Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the garage. We got Rick, we got Judy, we've got Laura, we've got Gina, and we've got whoever else pops in. What's
And
going
my
on?
chauffeur,
Where you at, Gina?
I'm on the back roads of what? Romeoville now. We're on Archer from the city to Joliet.
Oh, you're almost home then.
Did you go past the cemetery where we used to go at the nighttime to
Yeah.
find out Monk's Castle, we used to call it?
Oh
Yeah,
man,
we went past that on the way there.
did you ever talk to one of them
We
monks?
said we're by the power plant right now.
Anybody?
I filmed in there during the day. It's really a cool place.
No,
Yeah.
we were driving by there, like five of us and my buddy Bob's Catalina, and the battery shorted out. They caught fire, so we ran up the hill, and this monk comes out and he goes, "You guys having trouble?" And Bob's like, "Yeah." He says, "Yeah, I saw the flames." And we're like, "How can you see the flames from here, man? The car's like a mile down the road." They're like, "Oh, this is some freaky shit, man. These monks are gonna kidnap us." And
He just thought you guys were the devil.
they were dead. They, I don't know, man. We'd go there at night though, and he had a broken ankle the one time, and I never seen a person run so fast on crutches in all my life when he heard that noise.
Well, what was interesting about that place, they had this giant fence right in the
gate.
front,
Yeah, the gates
the
of
big
hell.
gate area, but it only went like 10 feet in each direction, and all you had to do was walk around it.
Yeah,
But you
Yes.
couldn't
Really?
drive your car into
You can
it.
walk
No.
around Monk's Castle wall.
I seen a bunch of Harley guys over there when we just tested up.
Oh, he said there were a bunch of people on Harleys over there when we just passed it up. When we were on our way
It's
there.
a legit cemetery. And there's,
Yeah.
oh yeah, there's some old ones there.
yeah, I was gonna say what's really, sad but neat is when you go way in the back of it. I think it butts up against the canal or something. There's something there. But when you go back there, you see all these graves from little kids and babies, and they all died during like the plague, whenever that was, like the 19
Was that
Wow.
1911?
20s, whatever that was. I don't know what it was. But and a lot of those were made out of sandstone. So the weather actually like eroded it so much where you could barely read them now.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
how it is
wow.
at the cemetery outside of my house. Is there's a lot of like infants and things, and it's a small cemetery, but there's, like I told you last week, Hatfields and McCoys.
You're gonna have to film that at night with those night vision cameras. You know those ghost hunters got.
The green.
Actually, it's a peaceful one here, thank God.
Yeah, so
Get them
far,
bothering me, Rick, I'm gonna kick you
so far.
next time I see you in October. Bam.
Your TV's gonna go to that fuzzy and.
Just be careful of the trees. That was one of the scariest parts of Poltergeist, that tree.
Yeah,
Yeah, the trees are back far enough. So that's a good thing. But I'm going tomorrow to Brushy Mountain State Prison or Brushy Mountain Prison. Dwight Yoakam's playing, and it's like a half an hour here.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Dwight, I love
Harley
Dwight
group.
Yoakam.
Yeah, I should be good. The Harley group
a
was there,
prison.
and we did a tour of the prison. It was
Oh, it's no
crazy.
longer used, right?
No, but it's like a
Okay.
theater and a distillery and a restaurant now. And they
Cool.
do shows and they do tours. But let me tell you, it is a creepy, freaky place. And, I picked up some bad vibes in like the really bad building, but so it ought to be fun to go to a concert. It's kind of pretty. I'll try to take pictures for you guys. maybe put
Speakers
'em
start
on.
catching fire and shit.
Yeah,
Run for the door.
Yeah,
Hey,
it bothered Steve so bad he left. He walked
You
out.
rem-
He says, "I can't go
Rick,
in
you
there."
remember this? This is the guy that does my intro, Brian Stevens.
Oh, really?
In the 1970s, he played at Joliet Prison.
Wow.
Wow.
So this CD that he made
Oh wow!
is from the night he was all cassette tapes that he had during the 1970s. and part of it was from this prison. And he had some really big names that actually played on it with him. Let me think. He had remember Big Twist and the Mellow Fellows?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he played with them on this CD, which was originally a tape. And then some of these guys, I'm not really sure who they are. But they were big blues guys that was playing with them. But speaking of prisons, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
That is
Yeah.
cool.
Been to Joliet once to visit my friend's cousin. It's a weird place, kind of creepy.
Yeah, he
Going
was
through
doing
security.
like Johnny Cash did. You know, when Johnny Cash played in a prison. In
Joliet ain't open anymore, is it either?
there's
what?
two of them there, isn't there?
What? the
Yeah.
prisons?
I've been to the new one.
One of them
Why
is
were you
still
open?
open and one of them closed down.
Yeah.
Are you guys talking about the prisons?
Yes.
So one's Statesville, right? And that one's open, Mark?
Yeah.
And
The other
then
one-
the other one, right?
It's on Chicago Street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right near it, he said.
Yep.
When you're
Yeah.
not moving, it feels good. It's so nice.
It's gorgeous out, isn't it?
Yeah. I wish it stayed lighter longer and sit outside.
Yeah.
Over in Romeoville, it was, it's 76, but over here, closer to Joliet, it's 82.
Wow.
Just a matter of 2 miles.
Yeah, it's 84 right now out here.
And you're in Texas?
Tennessee,
Tennessee. Okay.
by just west of Knoxville.
Oh.
35 minutes away from Knoxville.
Oh, wow. Nice.
It's pretty out here. Maybe one day I'll shine the lights on the cemetery and I'll just do it from outside. And then if anybody comes up, I'll face the camera to the cemetery and then you'll know if anybody's going to come. I'll be too scared.
Oh my God, that would be neat.
Comes into the cemetery?
Pardon?
Did she say if anybody comes into the cemetery?
No, if they come from the cemetery towards me, you'd see them because my
Oh.
back would be
You'd
turned.
see me hang up real quick.
'Cause that's
You won't
right.
Night of the Living Dead, man. No way.
So the school I work at, we think it's haunted. There's like this joke about there was a teacher that had passed away. She had worked there. But I
That's a
work on
funny
the
joke.
2nd floor and so one thing I heard a man call my name. And I'm like, and all this weird stuff happens when I'm cleaning the boys' bathroom. So I go out of the boys' bathroom and I look around, I go, hello, I thought this one guy was goofing around with me. It was my dad. It was my dad's voice.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And
Wow.
my dad's been gone like 26, 27 years. And then I would hear our doors are solid wood in the classrooms. And I heard a knock. And again, I thought this maintenance guy was messing around with me. And it happened every time I was in the boys' bathroom. So I run out and I'm like, hey, I'm here. And I waited because I thought he would come around the corner and try to scare me. No. So I have a feeling it was my dad.
They
don't
say
really-
that
Wondering what you're doing in the boys' bathroom.
Oh, I'm a custodian. And I
Maybe
work-
you're- Yeah,
I
but
worked-
maybe your dad's trying to tell you get out of it.
no.
no.
Well,
Look at it, no. And then one
Jordan,
time,
get out of there.
so one time
No.
I come home from work, I come in the back door, and one spot of my living room, I smell like an ashtray. And then I move a step and I don't smell it. I come back to that spot and I smell it. It was really strong. And I said to my husband, I said, Chuck, do you smell ashes like from an ashtray? He says, no. And I said, I think my mom is trying to tell me something. He said, and so I'd walk away again and I didn't smell it. I go to that same spot again, that same exact spot, and I smelled it. I said, yeah, my mom's probably telling me something. And Chuck and I both said something's up with my brother, John. And So a couple days later, he wound up in the hospital.
Wow.
Wow, weird.
Yeah, and it's happened another time. I hit a signal from my mom. And then that's what we say. Oh, the first one was kind of weird. And that's when he got really sick and he was in the hospital.
No, I believe in that stuff 100%.
Well,
Oh, I do
told-
too.
I
I do.
told Gina when my Aunt Judy passed away, I was out in the sunroom. It was almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and I heard my mom yell, "Get up!" I got up. I went into my Aunt Judy's room, and 4:04 she passed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is weird. Yeah, after my mom passed away, John would hear you're showing us your boob, Gina.
Whoa!
Sammy.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, for
But
it.
yeah, he would hear my mom calling me, wake up in the middle of the night and look around and she wasn't there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll have to have a like haunted edition one time because boy, I got some stories. After living in
Judy said,
Augustus,
You're showing us your boob, and then you look.
we lived, I think we talked about it a little bit last week,
That white
There's
thing, whatever.
freaky things going on in our apartment.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Very scary.
Huh.
And,
Yeah, but so stuff like that, when it's like you think it's your dad, your mom, that's just them letting you know that they're, they're
They're
there.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not even. It probably wasn't even scary to you, right? It was like,
No. No,
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me at all. But when I would tell my Joe and John, I think they think I'm nuts, but yeah, that's what happened.
yeah, but you're the sister, so they thought you were nuts when you were 10. So it doesn't matter.
I smell roses. Like when my grandma was dying, she was living with my sister Rocky, and I just remember sitting with my son. He was newborn, and I smelled roses. And I'm like, Sammy, do you smell that? And I was asking my nieces, and everyone smelled the roses, but there was no air freshener or nothing. And then, like the next day, my grandma passed. So I believe that that's my aunt coming to see her.
Three
Yeah.
times, right.
Yeah.
This is like the way.
What happened?
Gina muted him.
Oh.
Hold on.
That's for Gina.
Judy,
Yeah,
say
this is
something
great.
so she can see. She sees it.
So, topics for today. How about that decision about Roe versus Wade?
Well, I think
I,
it's.
as a male, have no opinion.
Or is it too deep?
Well, we try to stay away from stuff like that.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know. That's why I said. I
No,
gotta
I'm
ask.
just telling you. Only because once
It's
you get
very
into
political.
politics, then it gets to be one side against the other, and I don't really want to do that.
No, there's two sides to a coin. That's all I gotta say. And when it gets heated, I always say, "You have your opinion. I'll have mine. Let's just agree to disagree."
Well, that's
But-
how it ends up. That's why I don't like to even get
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah. Well, no, that's good then. See, I gotta learn.
No, I know that we've never actually told you that. But
Yeah,
we try to stay in with fun stuff.
Politics and religion.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Now we talk a
basically-
lot of sex, so that's okay.
Yeah.
We don't even talk about sex. We just talk about your cock. To be
You
honest,
like it though.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it.
Okay. There you go.
Hey,
Marty.
Gina, you missed it.
Did
Rick is
you
gonna
ever
give.
see Rick's cock? Have you ever seen Rick's cock?
Marty's gonna fucking, what the fuck are you talking about?
He just said, I don't even know what that is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Rick
I-
will show you his cock at the end of the night.
He's got verbs.
Oh, you're so funny.
He's amazing. He could take his cock and bring it right up to his mouth.
I know. And he swallows everything and out of the
Out of that cock.
Does it bird snake?
Oh,
throat.
I need
Gosh.
backup. Dan, help me out here, brother.
Oh
I
my
should have wore
gosh.
my my T-shirt that says "Thrill me with your big tip." I did a bartender party, so I made a shirt that said "Thrill Me" real big, with your then big tip, bigger, and then I wear that. I forget sometimes I'm wearing it around the house, and I go somewhere and I'm like, why are people looking at me funny? I just have no sense of humor. But if they read the back, it says if you think we're bad,
I got some Primo t-shirts. That
Yeah,
I
but
yelled at for wearing.
Laura, just so you know, guys hardly ever look at the back of a woman unless they're looking downward.
yeah, I know.
They're not looking at your shoulders at any time. Just,
No.
just saying.
Hey,
Man,
Dan, are those glasses attached to your hat? Are those
They are.
glasses?
These, yeah.
That'd be cool if you could wear them.
I actually have a pair that's similar.
You
to
would
these.
you would look like that scientist from the Minion movie.
Yeah, right.
That dude with the glasses.
Yeah, this was a bought hat that had these on, and then I did some extra stuff to it.
It looks pretty cool.
Thanks.
Gina's in a heated argument about looking at my cock.
His glasses fogged up.
She'll be back soon. It's a short subject.
Oh man.
In your face, sucker.
Oh my gosh.
Ha!
We're talking all those ghosts. I'm hearing noises outside the shed.
I think that's
Yeah.
Dan messing with you.
It's right by the road though.
You're
So
hearing
I-
noises now?
I just heard like a thump. Unless that was Dan making a thump, but it sounded like, yeah, not that.
Oh, that's not a thump.
You got a guard
I
dog?
was gonna bring my skeleton down, but I didn't get to it yet.
You're gonna scare yourself.
Nah.
Yeah.
I have a
Look
flashlight that
around
I
her. She's
take-
got all kinds of weapons.
Yeah,
Yes,
really.
it does.
Randy
There's
does.
Gina.
There you are.
Gina looked like she was hung there for a minute.
Well, apparently we're changing vehicles.
So do you guys have to steal another one when it runs out of gas?
Do you want to see his scrap?
See what?
Grab?
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool. plush,
Crap or
actually.
crap?
Both.
Is that a camper?
Where?
That blue thing.
No, it's a van.
Oh, my little sister's calling me. No. Blow it out your ass, little one.
Probably
Maybe
has
you got
the
a
beef
beef
Oh,
sandwich.
she's gonna show me the empty aluminum beef wrapper. Oh, jerk. Not answering. Nope, ain't
Hey,
happening.
Dan, look at this.
Oh wow,
What is that? An old
an REO Speedwagon. Wow, that is cool. Does he have the rest of it?
what is
Yeah,
that? A truck, Dan?
Yeah, it was an old truck.
Semi, right?
I think it was. I'm not sure actually.
Because
But
wasn't
that's
it
where-
Rio
that's
and then
where-
they went to Diamond Rio?
That's where REO Speedwagon comes from that vehicle.
Huh.
Anyway,
That's awesome.
my chariot awaits me.
Take the REO. That's cool.
There you go.
Stop.
I didn't have to buy a she shed. I could have bought one of those trailers and turned it into my place.
Right.
You could turn a lot of things into a lot of things. Hang on.
I'm on one of these Facebook pages that is called Garage Shops and Man Caves. And some of the guys actually have those big storage containers that they made into sheds.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I've watched some programs like that. Man, they got some cool stuff.
Yeah, they do.
So did you guys ever watch Two Broke Girls?
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that show.
And then the brunette, she had in the house, what was it, her house, made from a, garbage dumpster.
Oh, yeah.
Her
Oh yeah,
boyfriend-
yeah,
her
yeah.
Boyfriend.
Green
That's what-
dumpster.
Right. The boyfriend.
Yes, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. That guy actually is a good actor. He was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Tracy's coming on. Elvis.
Wow.
Tracy, are you halfway done with that bottle?
Holy cow.
Hey,
His
Tracy.
volume.
Where'd Gina go? Oh, there
I'm
she
right
is.
here.
Are you in the house, Gina?
No, I'm in another car.
Oh, there we go.
You actually look like you're in a house almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool looking
Disco.
ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, what a feeling. Dancing on the sea.
Hey everyone. Hey, there's Tracy and Dar.
We got no sound, Trace.
Well, he might have turned it off because of the music.
Oh, okay.
But
They're
we
at a
don't see
disco.
him.
Tracy, use cue cards. We can't hear you.
Should I put up my sign for
Put
him?
up the sign,
Yeah,
Judy.
put up the sign. Pull it back a little bit. There you go. Oh,
I
they're
can't
showing you
see
the
'em.
stars.
I'm trying to figure out, are you send me some help? I had it like where everybody would just pop in as they talked on the big screen, but then I
Yeah.
zoomed in on Gina to see the stuff that she was showing. Now I can't get it back to how I had it.
Please stay away from that finger mouse, Laura.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
do you see
dangerous.
this?
Evil.
Wait, let's see. Do you see this?
Oh,
Yeah.
She's
I have a
She's
mouse
got a real
for
mouse.
you.
If you
I
got an
need-
extra one, mail me it.
I do. You have to send. You didn't send me your address because I have that shirt to send you too. So,
Oh, I'll send it to you. I'll call you later.
all right.
All right.
Hello, boys and girls.
Shut up.
Okay.
What's Uncle Marty saying?
Hello, boys and girls.
That's
There
what I
you
thought
go.
he said. So now where are you guys going now?
He's going to get scrapped.
Oh.
So you're in the semi now?
No. What pickup in what year is this?
90.
A 90 what?
Chevy.
It's a 90 Chevy.
Oh, those are nice trucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good, Gina, that you can go to work with them.
Yeah.
I'm being held hostage. Send help.
So do you guys see Tracy? Did we lose him?
We did.
Yeah, we
Okay.
lost them.
He said that wherever he was going to be today was going to be real noisy. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just wanted to prove that it was really noisy.
And Gina has her volume off.
Now it sounds like
Gina.
we're
Why does she keep doing that?
Doing what?
Turning off the volume.
Well, it
Yeah,
might
she's
be
doing
really
that.
noisy.
She's doing it just to piss me off.
Doesn't mess with you.
Yeah, look at her smirking. Ha, ha, ha.
Because you
It
know,
looks,
Rick, you're fun to mess with.
I know I am. I like
looks
when
so
women mess
light.
with me. Huh?
it looks so light where she is, and here it's getting dark.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's weird.
It's dark here.
Well, she must be like facing the camera's facing the west.
Yeah.
because I'm an hour later than you guys. I miss Central Time. I miss
Yeah.
it so bad. I still am not used to this Eastern shit.
That took
Huh.
me. I never got used to it in Florida. You know, that hour ahead. Oh my God.
It would be one thing, like I told you before, is everything starts an hour earlier and the news comes on at 11 o'clock instead
Yeah.
of 10 o'clock. So, and then
Oh.
the news will run like from 6 to 8. So you don't have that 8 to 9 news slot. Then they start that Good Morning America and all that crap. So it was like I could never see the news because of how my schedule was. unless I wanted to stay up till 11:30. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
you don't want to watch the news. It's too
The news
depressing.
sucks anyway.
Yeah, it sure is.
All depressing.
Watch comedies and just ignore everything else.
well, I watched
Yeah.
that show last week. I watched all 8 episodes. I love Melissa McCarthy. She is funny as shit.
Oh, that's a great show.
What show?
God's Favorite Idiot.
Oh, I see. I seen like a preview of it. It
Oh
looked
my
I
God,
watched
you
the whole
gotta,
thing.
Is it going somewhere?
you gotta watch it.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
cute. It was cute.
that must be a new series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like looking at Steve. I'm like, I think that's her real life husband. And then it
Yeah,
really
they are.
is.
They're really married.
Yeah, he wrote that stuff too. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Who's the husband? Do we know who it is? What is he famous or
I've never seen him in anything before.
no?
No.
He's been behind the scenes more, but now he's actually starred in something, which is kind of cool.
You know, with
Huh.
when she was with Mike and Molly, that like looked like a perfect couple.
Oh, yeah. That
You know
was
what
a
I
good
mean?
show.
That's the reason I think that show did well is because their relationship looks so believable.
Yeah, I like her. I loved her in that scene in Bridesmaids where they were in the bathroom. Did you guys
Oh,
see
the
that
sink?
movie?
Yeah.
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 She was in St. Vincent too.
Yeah.
Well, you know what else is a real funny scene is the girl in the wedding dress who
Mhm.
runs across the street, and then
Street
she ends
goes
up
right in the middle of the street.
yeah, and then the one lady's don't you dare, don't you dare.
There, boom, there she goes. Did you guys ever see there's a movie, I think it was called Cloudburst, and it's Olivia Dukakis, and she plays a woman who's involved with a woman, and they run away, and there's this scene where they pick up this kid. It's kind of a weird out there wacko movie, but there's a scene in the movie where the Olivia's girlfriend goes in, she can't see, and she goes into the bedroom. Long story short, she's feeling her way with her cane and walking stick, and she liked to nap because she wasn't all there, and she accidentally goes into the bed of the guy's dad, and she starts feeling him, and then she feels like oh, and she touches his shit. He's like, who are you, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden, the next thing you know, he's like standing over and he teabags her.
Oh wow.
So I can't even imagine filming that scene.
I'm imagining it right now.
You know, you gotta find it. Do share screen, because that is something I laughed my ass off so hard.
Give
I
me a
think it
minute.
was
I'm going to share a stream.
You what?
I said, give me a minute. I'm about to share a stream.
I'm gonna see if I can find it, because I'm gonna pull up Netflix while I'm here. And
My house is like all number 40. Dark Orders.
I am not signed in here. Dang it.
I got the Lightning game on in front of me here. Anybody watching
What?
hockey?
What's the name of it again, Laura?
I think it's Cloudburst.
Cloudburst?
Yeah, Olympia Dukakis and
Two
Brenda
words?
Fricker's the lady who gets teabagged. And it is funny as all
That's
funny.
the description of the movie.
It's a movie about teabagging.
Okay,
It's a
you guys
lesbian
look at-
couple escape from their nursing home to
This
head
is-
up to Canada to get married. Along the way, they pick up a male hitchhiker. And I'm trying to find the minute. I switched and merged, I merged accounts with Steve, so I don't have it pinned anymore. But it's after about 45 minutes or so, I think. No, I'm looking. Oh my God, go to about 56 minutes.
Does it have Kate Bush in it?
All right, 50. I found it.
Got some kind of push in it.
So what are you looking at? Netflix?
It's on Tubi right now.
Oh,
I just
Tubi.
found it. I think it's around 54.
Yeah, I don't have Tubi.
I gotta give me one of the Fire Sticks.
It's on Netflix too. That's where I watched it at. But my Netflix account's not on this computer. But it's on my phone. But I think it's around 54. It's funny.
Wow, what
So
the
let
heck
me know
was
if you
that?
find it.
That sounded like a gunshot.
It sure
No,
did.
it's a scrap, see it?
Gina, you and Joliet?
I think Plainfield. But that whole pile is aluminum.
You guys better get you some body armor.
If not, Dan, can you share my screen? Can we do share screen?
I actually don't know how to do that.
Don't ask me any. I ain't going near the mouse.
Well, there's a thing called share screen. You want me to hit it and see what happens?
Sure.
If I mess you guys up, I mess you up.
Yeah, well, I think you'll just mess you up. I
The
don't know if
host
you'll mess us up.
disabled participant screen sharing, so.
That's
Disabled.
like
We got
whoever-
gunshots in the background.
I know.
We got screen sharing going on, and somebody's being teabagged as we're speaking right now.
No, the sad and sick part is we're all trying to find the exact spot where it's being that part of the video so we can
I know
all
where it's
share
at. I
and
already
do that.
found it. So I'm gonna see if it'll, if I can find it, because we could do that test of my phone.
Hey, Rick,
Huh.
I sent Rick this trailer for this movie I just watched. It's a indie movie. It's called Dinner in America. I'm gonna play the trailer. It's really, really good.
What is it called? Dinner in America?
Yeah, watch.
Come on,
Oh, I gotta turn it on.
dance with me.
Oh, I think you sent me one of these already.
I
Yeah.
did.
Came to dinner.
It looks hilarious.
It's really good.
What the fuck are you doing? He was taking advantage of me.
Eh,
Hey, Mom, can I go see a rock show?
What's the group?
They're this really cool group. The music is.
Can you guys hear it
almost
okay?
meditational.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of this militia music. Rock concerts are bad news.
They upped the reward. They said you assaulted some lady. Tried to burn her house down?
You see anyone suspicious running around back here?
You got someplace around here we can go? I needed a place to hole up. Your house is perfect.
Is this on Netflix?
I write John.
No, it's on you gotta pay for it.
Every week.
Ah, fuck
You
that.
can rent it for like $5. I bought it for like 10 or 20 or something. I really liked it though, a lot.
I'll wait till it comes to the Sheridan.
I already seen it a couple times. That's how much I liked it.
Is it a cult movie?
It has that feel.
Okay.
Dan, see if you can go to Tubi, TUBITV.com, maybe. Because mine came up for free on Tubi.
That cracks me up. Where he hits 1 minute, Laura.
Oh, no worries. Oh,
Oh yeah, no, you're fucking weird.
like me and my cousin.
Weird, cool.
She reminds me of somebody I know.
It's awesome though. I really like it.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to have a when I get my Fire Stick, we're gonna have to have an episode on how to do that shit. Gina, you're gonna have to be on the show. You're my shrink when I start freaking out.
What are we doing?
We're gonna install a Fire Stick on my TV.
Well, first you're gonna have to.
Let's wait.
have
Let's
to-
wait.
Bend over and we'll install it.
Don't get me all agitated.
Well, like, we'll grease you up a little bit.
I'll be like the old man on the clumps. Now look what you made me do.
Yeah, Google Cloudburst. That's what I did. All one word.
Oh yeah.
Tina,
See,
you
she
can do it
changed-
from your phone too?
Who, me?
Yeah.
What, share?
While you're talking, you're looking that stuff up too? I'm gonna have to upgrade my phone, I think.
Yeah,
They
I
don't
think
get
so.
upgrades.
I told you if you have Wi-Fi, I've got an old smartphone I can send too. And then you can just
He's
run it off the Wi-Fi.
anti-smartphone.
All right, send me that too. Man, Laura's hooking me up.
Hey, Laura, just make him a shirt that says something about flip phones. I don't, because he's afraid that he's gonna have a phone that's smarter than him. So that's why he always uses a flip phone. So he feels superior to the phone.
There he goes.
All right, where do you want me to go to?
Okay, go to 5454.
51.
Because she was in the car. They were waiting for this boy to come out.
50 what?
5454. Should be good. So she just came out of the bathroom. She can't see very well. So she's feeling around. But now I see Gina.
I'm trying to do full screen. I don't know how to do it. Oh, right there, go full screen.
I'm laughing already.
Can you guys see all of it? See it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
All she wants to do is lay down and rest.
Who is this?
Forgot.
Don't all women just want to lay down and get rested?
Oh.
Hope you guys think it's as funny as I do.
Chopping a feel.
Just wait. Remember,
Fuck are you?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
you gotta let it go a little bit. It's not over yet.
Hey, Daddy. Come on, Leslie, go round. Go round. It's a door open. Hey, what the fuck are you doing in my house? Get the door, Harvey. What the fuck are you doing in my house? Hey, what the hell? Hey! Hey! What the fuck are you doing in my house? Come back here! Hey! What the fuck are you doing in my house? Hey!
What did he do to you? Okay, I did it to him. I molested him.
I molested him.
What are you doing on my property? Oh, shit. Get out. Come on. You want to fight? Come on.
Yo, stop the crowd! Dad! Yo must have called
Who are they? My dance teachers.
Who are they? My dance teachers? That's it. Oh,
Come on, Percy.
Yeah, let's go.
Choosing T-Mobile is
very glad to share that with you guys.
getting that. Getting more with Magenta Med.
Can you imagine the director and the actress Wait, we got to get them in the shot.
Yeah,
Make sure
right.
they land on your forehead right
We
here.
need more junk.
I cannot believe that guys, none of you have seen that. And I'm glad to share it with you, though.
Yeah, it looks funny.
I thought it was hysterical, but that's my sense of humor. A little bit in the gutter.
When did that come out?
But I muted just so you wouldn't have to hear us, our clanking.
You know,
This
I'm
is
not-
different.
2011.
Oh, so it's old already.
It's
It's
an
an
old movie.
It's a slow movie, but
We have to check with Tracy to see if that's current or not.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, after I lost my husband, I watched a lot of weird stuff just to get me through like some days.
If you like weird, quirky movies, then you got to watch the one I was just telling you about,
Mhm.
because that one is awesome.
Anybody want any?
No, I'm good.
No, thanks. Now you're back in the chair?
Yeah.
That lasted how long? An hour or two?
Yeah, an hour.
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta move or I stiffen up.
that's what, no, never mind.
Let's just say, is that what you call it?
He's like, I'm always stiff. We're like, we know. Turn off the porn.
It's
There you go.
It's called priapism.
God.
Whatever.
Look it up.
Do I have to?
No, but I know you
And
will.
play a video for us.
Yeah, you want to see a video?
Oh, I'm so bad.
Well, at least we know that we're helpful to, like, you know, timing when you have to take your medication. You know, we're here for you.
Shut up. Oh.
It's getting dark.
Yeah, you look really dark. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know it's one of them days, ain't it?
Judy's been on for like half an hour and she's like, yeah, ready for bed.
I didn't take a nap today.
I get up at 4 in the morning, so that's
That
why.
sucks.
I was up at
Yeah.
3:45.
Well, I'm
Do you?
still up at
I had to be at
3:45.
work by
and 4.
6:30.
Yeah.
I was up
I-
early.
I was talking with Gina this morning.
Oh my gosh.
I was
He's-
up early at 6:30
He's
today.
messaging me, why are you up? Time to make the donuts.
I probably
Oh, that
saw you
sounds-
guys on.
Everybody gets up early. I get up at 4:45.
Do you?
Because we
Yeah.
all have to pee.
Oh, that's a 3:00 thing for me.
No, I go pee
On-
at
on
like
the
3
dot.
o'clock too. I pee at 3 and then I go back to sleep, hopefully for another hour.
Well, that's the way I always feel too.
And then I'm
And if I don't,
myself.
I think I'm just gonna wait. Do it when
Laura,
I get
did
up.
you get a nap today?
No, I
I
was up
can't
at
sleep good. I dream all the time.
30
Yep.
and
I
I
get
stayed up.
peas.
I think yesterday was my nap day or the day
I
before.
missed
day
I missed
before.
mine today.
Oh, is that why you're being a little crabby? Did you
Not
not get
crabby.
a nappy wappy? I'm just
No, he's crabby because his sissy didn't bring him a beef sandwich.
I'm not cranky.
Wah.
You're already growing in your beard. Your
Yeah, I know.
goatee.
Hey, we brought you a little beef today via Cloudburst, so you should be happy you got to see some beef today.
I think that was more of a hot dog, wasn't it?
They were all beef.
With a Lipton tea. Yeah. Tracy
I-
sent me a
Imagine
video.
filming that.
Tracy just sent you a video, Dan.
I know. I seen it. I mean, I didn't watch it. I seen that he sent it.
I wonder how many takes it took. See, that's where my brain goes. How many times do I have to have his nutsack on my forehead, in a day?
Knowing her, she probably screwed it up on purpose.
Probably enjoyed it.
What's that? I'm just kidding. I want to make like a movie theater in the backyard.
That would be cool.
Oh, yeah, that would be really neat.
Oh, I better not get a mosquito bite. We've been pretty lucky, don't you guys think? We're like almost done with June and the mosquitoes have not been.
There you go.
Well, it's super dry now. That's why.
Oh, yeah, it
As
is.
soon as
Gina,
it starts
It's
raining,
like
it's going to go nuts.
That's going to be the next play. Thank you, Gina.
Mosquitoes love me.
Oh, them bees are bad.
Here, let's see how this looks. Can you tell what that is now? Or do I have to
What
hold
is
it
it?
back?
Off?
Deep woods.
Yeah.
Is it blurry still?
No.
No, not that bad.
I need this for the concert tomorrow. It's like there could be one mosquito and 500 people, and he's eating me. He's like giving me the bite.
I seen this thing. I can't remember where I seen it. It must have been on YouTube. But it actually showed proof that certain people draw mosquitoes more than others.
Oh, yeah.
They
It
say
was on
by your
Dan, you put it on
blood type.
Dan's garage, didn't you?
Oh, I did? I may have. Usually
think you
when
did.
you get something interesting, I'll put it out there.
My
The one guy
daughter's
got-
that way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That one science guy I like.
Yeah, that one guy got eaten alive.
But yeah,
That's how my daughter
there's
Nora is.
yeah, there's actually something that with that they don't actually know what it is.
Yeah, I read one study. It's just said by blood type, like they're attracted to certain blood types.
Well, that's
I
like,
don't know. Look, she'll get it in the house. No, you're not even outside, and she'll wake up with 6 mosquito bites, and nobody
Oh
ever
my
takes a
gosh.
mosquito. And then they
Wow.
welt up big, and she's like, "Oh!" She gets so pissed because they like her. They seek her out.
well, it's the same thing with sharks. When they bite people, sometimes they don't like the taste of them. They spit them out. That's why they don't get eaten.
Ew, bad blood. Ah,
Yeah.
My sister's allergic to them.
Mosquitoes?
Or sharks.
Mosquitoes.
Oh.
Mosquitoes. She,
What the fuck?
she
How could you be
welt up.
allergic to sharks?
They
I was
definitely
always
won't
gonna
agree
come
with
over.
you.
Laura, what did you just say?
Rockies. My sister's allergic to them. She'll well up real bad.
To shark?
from a mosquito bite. No, mosquito.
All right, you guys quit fucking with me, man.
what? We're not. You just haven't caught on.
Oh,
I said I'm allergic to sharks.
okay.
Do you guys want me to sing Baby Shark?
No.
What's more alarming is that you know that song.
Oh, yeah.
Because now it's planted in your head, right? I planted it.
And look at
You're
he's
welcome.
smiling.
I'm going to have to put on some Metallica.
Because it's in his head and he can't get it out and he doesn't want to admit it.
Soon as you
Metallic.
said it, he started smiling like a little kid.
Okay, I just did my little Google research. Generally speaking, mosquitoes appear to be more attracted to people with blood type O than any other blood type.
Now it's out of my head.
I don't know what my blood type is though, but
What is your blood type?
I don't know.
Mine's O positive.
Is that rare?
No.
I'm not positive. I'm not sure.
What's the rarest, AB? Is that the
Oh.
one blood you can get blood from anybody?
General donor.
I don't know,
Don't
but
know.
whichever one that is, my one daughter Eileen is because they're always calling her for blood because,
Oh, really?
yeah.
It's a O. I think O is the general. They can donate to anybody.
Can't
No,
give
not
blood
donate to, can receive.
So I think I should leave you guys until I get home
Why?
because it's dark.
We can still see you.
Doesn't want
Do-
us to see the ghosts.
Do
that are
the, yeah, I want to
behind
see a
her.
ghost.
So is Marty
like that.
putting all that in the truck by himself?
Yeah. He doesn't
Wow.
come to my work and help
I
me.
thought you were supposed to be helping him.
I am. You're doing a good job, honey. How's that?
I think it says somewhere in the Bible, obey, obey, obey.
Wow, look at how much aluminum there's. It's hanging off the roof.
Where are you guys at?
They're stripping it off some person's house.
I wouldn't doubt it. That's
my
why
gosh,
they changed
yeah.
vehicles. We're gonna read about it in the paper in about 2 weeks.
AB positive's your universal recipient. I
The
had to go
Flisk-
Google it.
Oh, okay.
Flisk-
I thought it was
Syndicate.
AB.
Yeah, and there you go.
Dun, 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 dun.
The older they get, the more I forget.
Bum, 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 bum.
Okay, now that's not nice because now you just did that to me.
Oh, got
What's the
switched
hand?
around.
I just wanted to like raise my hand.
Gina and Rick switched.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't move.
Or maybe it was me.
Gina and Dan switched.
Not on mine. I'm still
No,
in the
Laura's it. This is like Hollywood Squares, man. Who's fucking around?
Me.
Who's doing that?
I guess me.
We got a hacker.
It was probably Gina. Oh, Gina's going back again.
See that? She's messing.
Gina likes it on the bottom.
Yeah.
It says I can share. Only the host can share at this meeting. Eh. See, I couldn't even share. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's because I bring tea bags to the table, so he's got to be careful. I might not bring anything totally.
Right.
So what brings a smile to Laura's face is a tea bag.
An old senior citizen.
Who's the tea drinker, Dan?
I love tea. Want to see my bag? My tea bags aren't connected to any wieners, though.
Drink up.
That's a good thing.
Oh.
Wow. There must be a lot.
What?
It's a lot of aluminum that's sticking out the top of the.
How much are you getting for a pound nowadays?
Not much. It's dropped. I think it was like 40 cents.
Wow.
What's is gas up there by you guys know?
Oh, it went down 20 cents.
$5.79. It's by us.
Well, we were just in the city and it was $6.
Damn.
Like in Beverly, you know, like 95th and whatever.
Yeah. It was
Thinking-
$5.89. I think it still is $5.89 out here. So
I wanna know how much it is in Hawaii.
Oh
My
God.
brother went to California.
Yeah, Hawaii and California are the worst.
Hawaii's got to be almost $8 a gallon if you think about
wow.
Yeah, you know what it takes to get it there?
it. Yeah, a boat.
Yeah, a boat
Duh.
usually.
Over the river and through the woods.
They fly it on a really big airplane, Gina.
My brother went
Sorry.
June 12th. It was $7.89 for Supreme, $7.87 for Plus, and $7.85 for regular.
That's Hawaii or
Everybody's gonna do
California.
California? Okay.
Wow.
It's your fault you
I
started
guess
it.
I'm not going to complain about $4.59 a gallon. Then.
Oh my God, it's cheap.
Diesel, nuts.
That's
Gosh.
because we don't have Crook County and
Well,
Illinois.
a lot of your home delivery places now are doing fuel surcharges. If you look at it, next time you order something, look at the charges.
And after and if it's like any other fuel surge, once it goes down someday, that the price just stays where it's at. It won't come down.
Yeah, but it never showed on any of my things before, till just recently.
When wonder if a half gallon of ice cream will ever become a half gallon of ice cream again.
Isn't that sad?
It's 1.5 quarts now, I think.
Yeah. And it price went up.
Yeah,
a
no,
lot of
it's crazy.
Well, I guess it's hard to keep cows frozen.
Some people were saying that I guess McDonald's are raising their dollar drinks to whatever they want.
Yeah,
because
somebody
they-
went off on a rant.
Rita.
59, yeah, that's who it was. 59 cents.
What's 50? What are you talking about?
The dollar drinks at
Dollar
McDonald's. Go
drinks
ahead.
are not $1 anymore. It's up
No.
to each individual franchise to set whatever price they want. So one in Illinois was in the Chicago area was $1.59, one's $1.39, one was $1.29.
I mean, that's still a good deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, compared to Dunkin' Donuts and stuff.
No, even to any other fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a little,
for me.
like a little mini one is like over $1.
Yep.
For like
But
a
they're
large, it's like
$6.
almost $3.
Remember when a
Yeah.
cup about this size used to be the large?
Yeah.
Well, now they've got like kegger sizes.
Hey, did you guys see that one on, I forget what it was, but the guy showed a small and a medium Starbucks coffee? And the small
Yes.
gets more, yeah, small has more coffee in it than the medium.
Same. I think it had the same cup.
There's a
doesn't
little
that
more, it
make
was, it
sense?
started to overflow. The medium cup, and they're getting like $1 more or $1.50 more for the less
Because
amount.
it's shorter and squattier. They did the grande, I don't know what their sizes are because I don't drink that stuff, but
Yeah,
um
you saw that
they
too, though.
poured the cups into the cups and they all held the same amount of liquid.
Sorry.
Hey,
What is
Rick.
she
Try to
doing?
turn the chair.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah,
That works with us too. That, you know, the short guys give you more.
oh, yeah, we do.
How tall are you
Whoever
guys?
told you that was lying.
How tall are you, Dan?
I'm gonna,
4'9".
last time I measured myself, it was 5 foot 5.5.
I'm 5 foot 14 inches.
I always got to use the half.
My son is 5'2", maybe 5'3" tops, but both of his grandmas were under 5 feet, like 4'11". My dad, I'm 5'2". My ex-husband was like 5'2". He'd tell you 5'3", but he was just as tall as me. So my poor kid, he's like maybe 5'3" if he, stands up straight. But
You know,
Yeah,
that's
that's
so
why I
funny.
never made,
We're talking about this because my son Danny looked at his ID for college, and he says this don't seem right, because it has the height on it, and it was like 5'6". So he came out and I measured him, and he's like 5'9".
wow,
Oh, wow.
maybe they just flipped it like the 60.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I always forget who was on when we talked about it, but Mary is only like 5 foot like 1 or 2, and then I'm only 5 foot 5.5. So our kids are not going to be real tall. And Katie, my daughter, is like just barely over 5 foot.
Wow.
And then I forget what her boyfriend is, but her boyfriend is like over 6 foot, 6 foot something.
And I'm 5'2". I dated someone who was 6'6" once. That was interesting.
Hey, do you remember where you weren't that couple in Argo? Were you that there was this really small girl who basically I must have picked the largest white guy there and was dating him.
Yeah, no.
I mean, this guy was super tall and she was super short.
Yeah.
But no,
I don't know
we
who
didn't
that
go to school together because we were 4 years apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was in there, there was this couple that it was amazing. And how
Huh.
different.
Seeing it all now.
Do you
I'm not
remember them,
wearing
Judy?
any clothes.
No.
When they walked down the hall, I mean, oh my God, you can really see it.
The only one I picture is, I think his name, he was older than you, I think, or your age, Dean. I remember some guy, Dean, I thought he was really tall. He had blonde hair, long blonde hair. And he dated a girl that was blonde haired, short, but I don't know.
It might be.
I don't know if that's
I
who you're
can't
talking
remember
about.
I think the guy might have been 1 year older than me.
Yeah, if this is the same person, that's who I think. I don't know though.
But it was amazing though. And it's pretty much like my daughter and her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's 6 foot. I was hoping he'd get some height from my dad, but he didn't. And my father-in-law, my late father-in-law, he was like 5'7". So, and then, he's got that Mexican and Italian blood in him. So the poor boy just, and Polish and all of those are like nationalities. They're kind of short. When he was living in Phoenix area, he says, "Ma, I fit right in. I don't feel short here." And then he came back up north. He's like, "I'm short again, Mom. Everybody's taller than me." But in the South,
Mary and I are both the shortest in our family.
Oh, wow.
Everybody else in my family, in her family, are like probably 5'8" or more. Like my brothers are all over 6 foot. Even my sisters are like 5'6" and 5 foot like 7.5, 8.
Wow.
Yeah, my youngest daughter's 5'8".
Wow.
And my son is 5'8.5", so he claims. So she keeps messing with him because they'll go back to back. And she's like, "I'm taller." And he's like, "No, you're not." So she's like, "Well, the funny thing is, Dom, you're 28 and you stopped growing a long time ago. I'm 17. I'm going to keep growing.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be taller than you."
Oh my gosh.
So
yeah, I remember. Do you remember Jim Sobozinski? Any of you guys from Wilkins? He played basketball and he was like really, really short. He was my grade, but it used to crack me up because people kind of pick on him. But he had such a wonderful personality that you didn't realize how short he was. He was a lot of fun and just really, funny. So I always used to tell my son growing up, I said, "You're gonna be short in stature, but never in personality." He just makes me laugh. And him and my niece do the Indian voice like they're the, at the 7-Eleven, and they make me laugh because they do it so good.
I would have been in the NFL if it wasn't for my mom.
Yeah.
I got her tree stump legs.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm 5'6", and DJ's gotta be 6 foot, just 6 foot. So
just 6 foot.
My mom was 4'10" and my dad was 6'3", so.
Oh, Judy, you're only 5'6". To me,
Yeah.
you always seem tall.
Yeah.
5'6" and a quarter.
Oh, well, that's why. I
That's
figured it
why.
was.
Joe.
Joe is 6'1".
I was gonna say, I know Joe and Juice are tall.
Yeah, John is 5. I think he's 5'9".
Well, even your mom wasn't like really short.
No. I think
know?
at one time, my mom and I think in high school, my mom and I were the same height.
Yeah.
So
you're probably like the runt of the family.
yeah,
At 5'6",
Dan, are you okay, man?
because
Yeah, my
everybody
hair's
thinks
falling
that
off.
Fucking. Wait, where is it?
What's in that tea?
I should have changed.
There's something in that tea. It's peyote tea.
It's making me pop my cap. Woo.
Well, steampunk hat gives it like a
Right.
punking up from that steam.
Dina, you're freaking me out.
what is she doing?
She's freaking Blair Witching the shit out of me, man. Look at this shit. Ugh!
Oh my gosh.
All for the love of Rick.
I think she's got a bottle of Bad Dog.
Remember that stuff?
Okay, I'm gonna see if you guys can see this.
Oh,
Can you see?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that was at Christmas.
Hey, how come it worked for you? We could never get that to work.
What?
Showing something off our phone.
Well, because she's
Well, because I'm a professional, Gina.
right.
Whatever.
Don't forget, she gets right on now.
No, she's doing some online stuff with like Brain
Mine
Valley.
is not because of me. It's because of my equipment.
Well, that's what I told her last night.
Well, That's what
Yeah.
Marty tells me all the time.
My ex was always complaining it was, yeah, never mind.
Update your equipment, you guys.
Sure.
Well, let's see. Let's see if I can get it to come. No, it's too bright.
That's blinding.
There.
The
Now you can
light?
see it.
Oh,
Can you see them now?
Yeah, that looks good.
Oh, those are
A
nice.
couple- Those are some of my faces. I think I posted them on Facebook.
oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So
Hey,
that's what I-
Laura, good luck to your new business. My mom used to do crafts. Gina, do you remember that?
Yeah.
She used to go to craft shows.
Yep.
Yeah, that was like her little thing because she didn't drive. So she did craft shows.
Oh, Rick's gonna show us his phone.
No, no, no.
Come on.
No.
We love
I'm sending-
antiques.
Come on,
shut
flip
up.
that baby open. Let's see what it
Yeah.
looks like.
Flip it open.
Come on. We love antiques.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, you're so sensitive.
No,
Even them,
I'm
Mom?
trying to think here, Gina.
Rick,
Yeah.
Like I'm the only one messing with you, and you're yelling at me.
No, I'm trying to send Laura my address.
You never yell at Dan.
I do too.
No, you don't.
I
Where'd
just don't.
Judy go?
I just don't listen to him.
No, it's like a whole teacher.
I'm not yelling. I'm not yelling.
I'm gonna get on like 15 minutes before anybody, and I swear, if he lets you in before me, it's definitely teacher's pet. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Jeez.
It goes by the size of your cock where you get to enter.
Well,
There
I
you
can
go.
guarantee mine is bigger than Rick's.
Fucking scary.
Well, that's because I can buy whatever size I want. You just got what you got.
That is true.
Well, I'm a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker.
Yeah. Sammy.
Look at Judy came back like, what's going on? What did I miss? I heard motherfucker.
Yeah, that's okay. Come out of the closet.
Judy, are you coming out of the closet again?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what
Gunshots
murder
again.
made of her. Motherfucker. Oh no. What?
What again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
That sounds like my dad.
You know what that's
That is-
from?
Yeah, Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
There it is. Can you see this?
Aw.
Glass
Oh,
and cap.
That's a beautiful picture.
That is nice.
Oh, look at his smile.
The little cutie pie.
Who's the cute girl in there though? That's what I want to know.
Oh, that's
I know.
DJ's mom. I don't know where she is.
He's hot.
Well, that's when I was 5'6 1/4.
Oh, I know. I know the feeling.
When
No,
he
they-
was standing on a ladder.
I told you guys they had me in the program at 5'10" at Argo.
They had
Well,
what?
they didn't want anybody
They
to
had my
know.
height at 5'10",
Wow.
They did?
225. I'm like, shit, no, I'm 5'7", 260.
You
Didn't
want to
they
see a
purposely-
real funny picture?
Yeah.
I was selling Tupperware back in the day, and I was over at Rita's house, and we were doing a Tupperware party, and we
Mhm.
decided that we'd have a stripper come to the party. And I'm like, I can't dance. I'm representing Tupperware. I got to be good. Well, somebody snapped this picture and she sent it to me. So hopefully, maybe I shouldn't put this on because this is the one on YouTube.
Is this teabagging or?
No, he was just
Okay.
dancing. Oh, it went away. Hang on. I was saying, look at that hair. Is that clear yet or no?
Oh, yeah.
And here
Ah,
I am holding the Tupperware catalog in my hand, and I'm like, yikes. I'm like, if it gets to corporate, I'll lose my job. But we had fun that day.
what year was that?
Huh?
What year was that?
Oh, God, in the 80s. Did you see that hair?
Yeah.
Probably like
Don't
I
you
must
love
have
the
been-
80s here though?
23, 24. I
Yep.
think. Because I started selling.
I
when was-
wonder what the stock of Aquanet went up when that shit started, man. Remember that? You couldn't light a cigarette with 3 of the girls in the car.
Well, that I think a lot of that started with the Farrah Fawcett thing, wasn't it?
Hey, that car would go boom.
No, it was after.
Was it after? Was it way after? Or? Remember, Farrah Fawcett had the flip back hair that you need a lot of hairspray to deal with.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think it was more in the 80s.
Oh, Amy
Well,
Amy
the
had 5 cans in the
80s
bathroom and every time I went in there.
Yep. Amy had big hair.
Yes, she did.
I never teased it up. Here's a picture. There's young Laura. I don't know. Tell me if you see it.
Laura, you had nice hair in high school.
But I just kind of put it back. But I
Yeah.
didn't do that big tease like some of those girls did. I'm like, I can't do that. I just can't do it.
I never did. But
I
had
think the best
naturally really big
hairstyle I
hair.
ever saw was There's Something About Mary.
Oh,
God.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's because of the cream that made it so
Yeah.
good.
Is that hair gel?
That was
We have a little bit of that.
That's another good scene.
Uh,
I like that bridesmaid scene, and then there was like I said, the scene I shared with you guys today that Dan helped us share from Cloudburst. That to me is just
Hysterical. It was funny.
I think it's what 54. That's easy to remember, but I forgot it. That's how long it's been since I've seen it. My son's like, Mom, quit showing people. I'm like, but it's funny, Nick. And I laugh every time like a little 2-year-old.
So I think I should get off the phone because it's gonna die. But then if I get home and you guys are still on, then I'll get on.
hey, did you ever get your electric fixed?
Yes.
Oh,
It's-
yeah,
Well,
whatever.
no, wait, it's not fixed. But you know the temporary setup.
Yeah.
So I called again Monday and I'm like, I don't mean to complain. I said, but they've been out like 2 times and they're like, okay, we'll send somebody today. It's 99 degrees out. And I'm like, okay. And then a lady called me and she's talking to me. She's like, okay, we're gonna send somebody out today. She's like, you checked the fuse box, right? I'm like, well, a couple lights went on when they connected it. She's like, okay. I'm like, okay, well, when I get home, I'll check the fuse box and we'll call you if it goes on. We were without power for 2 weeks because we didn't flip the fucking fuse box.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
wow.
You
I
fucked
mean,
up.
the real problem still exists, but the
Here I was
temporary
gonna rip them a
connection-
new ass for you and everything, and
Oh
it.
my God. So stupid. I called and
Dan,
apologized.
you gotta have music for this, man. How about wah 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 for an hour?
Poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know I am the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you.
I'm telling you, it was bad.
Oh
Oh,
my
boy.
God.
I called and apologized. I'm like, I'm sorry. But the first 3 calls, nobody said to check that. And when the guys were there, they didn't say, okay, it's
should've known.
temporarily hooked up. Go check the fuse. But nobody, and they came up 3 times and nobody ever told us to do that.
At least
then
they don't have
Marty's
to
like,
dig.
Well, it is kind of common sense.
Well, no, they probably still do have to. She's just on temporary right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
The problem's not fixed, but the temporary is.
Okay.
Oh.
So now
Well, I
we still
bet
we
you'll-
have everything, but
Never
Well, you
forget
should
that.
do a YouTube on that. Reenact it, Gina.
no.
Well, you can do it as a learning experience.
Well, I want to be the guy from ComEd talking to you.
No. You
No,
won't
you
be.
can't.
Hey,
none.
Rick, you
Ah.
can't be the street creature anymore, right?
I can be. I will be by
Oh, yeah.
July. The end of July, I'll have.
Yeah, you can't
full
play
go.
that role anymore. You could play the ComEd guy, though, for sure.
Oh yeah.
You got a ComEd look about you right now.
I'm here to check your lines, ma'am.
Wah, 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 wah.
I'm gonna need to plug this in.
Hell yeah.
All right, say goodbye to me because I'm gonna.
Where you going? You coming back?
Yeah, as soon as I
Okay.
get home and plug in.
All right.
Plug it in. Plug it in. Okay.
Be
adios.
safe.
She
If I
fade
can
to
get
black.
out of here.
Oh no,
It's
she's
gonna take
still
her,
there.
it's gonna take her an hour.
Fuck you.
He's still there. Yeah.
Oh, she got you again.
That's good.
It's like
She's still.
the only way to do it is
Still
like to turn
there.
off my phone. Shut up,
Oh, shit.
asshole.
You fade to black.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah,
Don't forget, I have the power. I could lose her if I want to.
I know you can.
Yes.
He's Darth Vader.
But I won't.
I was going to ask her how the temperature is out there. Supposed
It's
to
like-
get hot, stay hot for.
76 here right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mine says 83 on my computer. So.
We're 79 now.
Oh wow! It's supposed to stay hot for through next week, isn't it? I think it
Yeah.
is. Chuck said something about it's supposed to be a blackout. We might have a blackout.
I think
Where?
today is our last day in the 90s. We had almost 10 days in the 90s, you know.
Wow.
Who's gonna have the blackout?
Chuck said it could happen.
Yeah,
because it's so
there's a
hot.
chance of rolling blackouts for our area.
Yeah.
And then they want everybody to have electric cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't charge your car. We're going to keep you at home.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah, but
that's
you
not
know you don't
keeping
have to
at
charge
home.
your car every day.
No, I know.
Unless
Every
it's
other.
a new Fords.
Well, with my luck, you know, I'd have that car and it'd be the day I need to charge it. And they're like, you're on a no charge ban. Kind of like the no water ban.
Yeah, well,
For
there's
certain days.
There's a chance of that.
Yeah.
I mean, the
That's what
best
they were
part
saying.
about that, electricity is the cheapest at night. So if you plug it in like after 6 or 7, and you
Mhm.
run it for for 12 hours or 10 hours, that's going to be the least amount that you'll be
Of
paying for
money.
electricity.
Do you remember we used to have to pay like for peak hours on cell phones and
Oh
all
yeah,
that stuff?
Or even your landline. You'd call
Mhm.
after 8 o'clock and
Yeah.
long distance was, I think, half.
yeah. It
Yeah,
was
I remember that.
I jinxed myself. I'm getting eaten alive.
oh
Oh my gosh.
She needs some of my off.
Somebody send her a message. Rick said, serves you right.
No, you send that yourself. Oh wait, you don't have a smartphone.
No.
Chicken.
Can't
this
do
is
it.
this is what the mosquitoes are saying.
This is a tasty burger.
That was a great movie, man. God. I think
That
the best part was when he drove over to Eric Stoltz's house. ran
Oh
over the garbage
yeah,
cans and shit, just said Marcus Spot. And Roseanne Arquette's like, yeah.
yeah, I
Right
know.
to her.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got a needle in her heart.
That was an amazing movie.
Oh man. Quentin Tarantino's a good director.
Yeah, he's
His best was Reservoir Dogs.
I it's been so long since I seen it. I know parts of it, but I couldn't even tell you the movie.
I
You're
don't
gonna have to
remember.
watch it again.
Was that his first movie or was there one before that?
I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was too.
Up there, she's missing your cock.
That's a good feeling when she's missing it.
This some serious gourmet shit.
What'd that say?
This some serious gourmet shit.
Oh my god.
They did there's a restaurant in it's in Florida. I can't think of it now. It's right on the outskirts of Clearwater. And they did the screenplay at the one breakfast place there.
What screenplay?
For Reservoir Dogs, the restaurant.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just the screenplay, not the actual filming of it.
Right, right.
That's pretty cool. They got signatures on the walls and shit.
Dan, what are you doing? Cooking something?
It sounds like it.
Getting tea.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, I got my new coffee maker today.
What
My
kind
cousin
did you
Margie
get?
sent it to me. Mr. Coffee.
Oh, yeah, that's what we get.
Yeah, she saw my thing, my post, you know, I killed my coffee maker the other day. I get it all ready and everything. I hit the start button and I smell something. I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? I forgot to put the water in it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Crash and burn.
Oh, my
I
God.
was drinking instant for 2 days, man.
Oh, God.
So who bought you a new one?
My cousin Margie.
You should have told her to bring you a beef sandwich too.
Yeah,
Oh, she will if I ask her.
Well, next week we want to see you eating that beef sandwich, and we want and have your cousin next to you, so we know she really brought it for you.
Oh, I would love that. Gina will.
Yeah, she would do that, definitely.
I wonder if you could get it FedEx.
You could probably get it Uber Eats.
Oh, yeah,
No,
there you
'cause
go.
They eat your food and shit, man. I don't trust them things.
That's what DJ did for a little while. He said you wouldn't believe what people order. Somebody ordered, I think it was Portillo's chocolate, a piece of chocolate cake and like a Coke. I said, are you kidding?
Well, that don't sound good at all, actually.
That's stupid though. Why would, because they're so lazy, they don't want to go out and get it.
Well, I worked for DoorDash when they opened in Toledo when I was living in Toledo, so I
Oh, yeah.
started, you know, and I figured I don't know my way around. Maybe I'll get to learn the neighborhood that way. People would do that. They'd order one taco and a Coke, and they were just high. You go up the stairs and you could smell the weed.
Oh my
Or some people were just had medical problems.
Sure.
You know, where they couldn't get out. Some
Yeah.
of them had medical problems, like, and I felt bad, you know, because the lady ordered, you know, 3 tacos. She goes, I could eat about 10, but I can only afford 3. And then, you know, you feel bad, but then I'm like, you don't need 10 tacos. You only need 2.
Like,
But it was a neat way. It's just people would ding you. Like if a restaurant screwed up, then they'd give you the bad review. And it's like, well, I can't help it that the pizza place ran out of shrimp for your pizza. And they're like, well, I didn't get the pizza I wanted. So I stopped.
I mean,
doing
the
it.
problem is people are just dumb. And
I
they don't
never ate the
realize, you know, that they're gonna ding the easiest way to ding. And if you delivered it, then you're getting a ding.
Yeah, I never blame the waitress if the cook screws it up. And if the cook does a really good job, I like to send the cook a note, you know. But that could be all those years of waiting tables and tenant bar.
Yeah.
Well, if you or somebody in your family has ever dealt with people in food, whether it be fast food or a waitress, there's a whole way you look at when you go to a restaurant.
Yes.
There's a lot more respect there than normal. Because I
You
know
don't
people
ever-
that never
if we
had
ever-
that never had any connection with any kind of restaurant, and they are really rude to people. They can be
Yeah,
really
well,
rude.
tips, you know what it stands for? To ensure prompt service, to
Right.
ensure pleasurable service. And that's how I used to train my girls. I'd be like, you know, if you give things as quick as you can, even if you can't control what the kitchen brings out, if you greet your table quickly, you know, and you say, hi, I'll be right with you, instead of just walking past them, at least they know you acknowledge that they exist. I said, that can be the difference between a $1 tip and a $5 tip.
Well, you know, when you go to Hooters, you know, that's like a big thing. That the whole idea is these waitresses, they could care. Well, even in a Hooters or in a bar, if you do a little flirting, that gives you a nice tip. Whether
Yeah.
you know, you're not going to act on it, but if at least you make the guy feel like, you know, he's a little extra special, you're going to get a $5-10 tip.
Yeah, that's true. I worked at the Landmark, and I worked the weddings. And half those people are drunk anyways. And I used to flirt around with the men, the older men, and they would be putting money down my pockets. I'm like, okay, I'll keep flirting, keep putting that money in.
Absolutely.
My aunt had her bar in Bridgeport, and we were talking about the toll booths. And I said, if somebody shoved a quarter down my mouth every day, I'd be like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So one guy took a quarter and he bounced it off the bar. And of course, when I bartended, I wore those low cut shirts, and it bounced like right into my cleavage. And so I said, hey guys, if you get enough in there, I'll shake the change and let you hear the change jiggle between my boobs. Boom, boom, boom. And then it started quarter pitching. And I would go home and I'd forget I'd have quarters in there, and I'd take off my stuff and there'd be like all the quarters would hit the floor, but I'd get like $10-20 extra money just from
That
quarters.
sounds like an awesome bargain.
Hey, not only 10 or 20 bucks, but then she'd go up a size.
Shoots, he scores.
One girl goes, what will you do for like $5? I said, well, he could just tuck it in. I said, he can't touch the, the private part, but and her boyfriend got so embarrassed. She goes, can he do it again? I'm like, yes.
What will you do for a Klondike bar, Laura?
Back then, $10 was a lot.
Laura.
Huh?
What will you do for a Klondike?
Well, not that. But I had one guy, he used to bring me in a case of steaks every Saturday morning when I worked.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a lot of meat.
But he was married, and I knew he was married. He's like, no, he's like, call me. I'm like, I'll call you. I said, when I get off work tonight, I'll call you. So then I called him and I said, hey, and but I can't remember his name is Dan there. And they're like, oh yeah, he's right here. And she's like, honey, it's for you. And she goes, well, what do you want? I said, well, tell him he left his box of steaks at the bar. And that was the last case of steaks I got, because I called him because he said I wouldn't. And I said, don't tell me I won't. I'll do it. And I did. And then he penalized my steak cabinet from that.
Oh man, he stopped slipping you the meat.
Yeah. Hey,
Too dangerous.
It used to be like, don't dare me because I probably will. I was a little crazy growing up. I think I was like, me and my cousin were the only girls who could get kicked out of like 5 bars in Bridgeport, consecutively. We were rabble rousers.
I only got kicked out of one bar. We started. Well, I didn't start the fight. Somebody else did. He was picking on my uncle, and I says, "Hey, they want to leave?" And I said, "No. Those clowns are still outside." So I walked outside, and I got blasted right in the right eye. Next thing you know, man, it's a free for all. Ed Mariner's holding this guy, and I'm kicking field goals in his fucking crotch. And next thing you know, there's 20 squads show up, and they're all blah blah blah. Who's driving? And we all looked at each other and went, So we walked over to the garden, got an ice pack with pretzel bag, put it on my eye. Got grounded from playing with my uncle for 2 weeks. My aunt Rachel called and says, your uncle can't play with you for 2 weeks. I said, damn it. It's a hell of a fight, man.
Wow.
His brand new shirt got torn. His glasses got broke.
Wow.
Yeah.
I borrowed myself out of my aunt's bar that night so she wouldn't have to. Because I figured, just because I'm related to the owner doesn't mean that I have to be held to different standards. I said, but I'll still do poker machines and stuff for you, Aunt Nikki. Yeah. I was a wild child.
I remember when I came back a couple years ago to visit, and that they legalized gambling here. I didn't know that. We went in R&B and they sold. I didn't know they sold. They have slot machines, and they got them everywhere now. They have them at the burrito place here in town, and all the bars have them.
Oh, they're like crazy around here.
Oh,
They
it's
are.
nuts.
They're everywhere in Justice.
Yeah.
It's nuts, man. There's a ton of money.
Yeah.
Remember when justice made the news? There is no justice in justice.
There still isn't.
Yeah, I grew up in justice, like from when we moved from the city until I got my house in Worth. So I was like 34. So I mean, I spent almost my whole life in Justice.
So I've been in Justice longer than I lived in Bridgeview, and I still feel like I'm from Bridgeview.
Yeah, I feel like that about Bedford too. I always say our house, it's my brother's house, you know, meaning our family house.
Yeah, it's hard to get that out of your mind that
Well,
that's
people
not
ask me
your-
where I'm from, and I still tell them Bridgeview.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I was just over by my brother on Tuesday. And I don't know if you guys know, but they're knocking, I'm sure he said it on some of the recordings, but they're knocking all these houses down and putting up these huge houses. And it's amazing. He's on his block, he probably has like 4 new houses, if not more.
Is that in
And it's just
Bedford?
amazing. They're building them like really fast.
what are they like mansions or?
No, they just like 2-story homes that are really big. And they just take up the whole lot. You know, Bedford really doesn't have a lot of yards. You know, they're not very big. So you know, he'll tell me on the phone, but I can't remember who lives where or who used to live there. So he gets, you know, frustrated. But I said, you got to understand, I haven't been around there in years. So I'm driving, going slow, looking at the houses and trying to remember who lived where. It's like, holy cow, these houses are huge.
They started doing that in like the city where my aunt used to live over by the Pilsen like neighborhood over by Archer and Ashland. They knocked down because it's the Mexican hood over there. And they knocked down these 2 flats and put like these grand, beautiful things. And I'm thinking, why would you want to put that in this neighborhood?
Yeah.
Well, you know why they're doing that. They're, what do you call that? Gentrifying.
Mm-hmm.
They're eventually all those people that can't afford to live there anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They make it so the rich people move in and all the poor people have to move out.
Yeah, that's it's kind of nice if they can take a neighborhood and turn it around, but still keep it grounded.
I know,
Right.
but the problem is they don't do that normally.
Not,
Because
not in Chicago.
once you exactly, you become even though you may have lived there your whole life, you become the undesirable
Mhm.
when people that make 5 times more than your income, you're the undesirable even though you've been there the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, one thing about like Tennessee, you can have like this beautiful, beautiful home, and then right next to it, the next lot, you've got a dilapidated trailer with another trailer on the property, and then they don't keep up the yard, and then the next one is beautiful, and it's like, there's no like neighborhoods in like rural Tennessee where I'm at. When I lived in Cleveland, I had a nice neighborhood, but it's just kind of like I like it a
You're in the
little more rural.
boondocks though.
I am.
Yeah,
I am.
you
I
got to
kinda
go
like it.
45 minutes for a gas station.
No, 20.
Okay,
20 minutes for gas.
That's still
20
a
minutes
drive.
for anything. But that could
20
be,
minutes
like,
is 20 miles.
I always go by minutes because you don't know by miles. Just we were talking about that last week.
Yeah.
Like how many minutes can it take me to get from Midway to O'Hare? Are you going during rush hour? Are you going via the
Mhm.
tollway up LaGrange Road? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that makes a big difference.
I do not miss Chicago traffic though.
Oh, the traffic's horrible.
Oh, it's getting worse. Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no such thing as rush hour now.
It's
Rush
just always
hour is
congested.
all day, every day, except for maybe
Yeah.
Sunday.
You got to come up with a new name for it. It's not even a rush.
No, and everything
lie.
is. I mean, a lot of the rush, we'll call it rush hour in the middle of the day, is all the trucks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's a million trucks around here because of the construction.
Yeah.
They're working on the toll road, by the way, if you didn't know that.
Again.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's an ongoing, but yeah.
They've been doing that
They're
since
rebuilding the mile long bridge. They're rebuilding that. They're rebuilding the mile long bridge on Route 45. Everywhere in every direction you go, just about they're working on something. In like major construction.
They're doing that one on 83 too, aren't they? Still doing that one, I think.
Could be.
Going into Palos Heights.
You know what's really cool? I don't know how long it's been since you've been around here, but I just went at down 87th and Roberts Road.
Mhm.
You know how the 294 goes over that on an angle?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
They're doing like major rebuilding that.
Yep.
They've got it like,
Were they making it wider or?
well, they're you know how, do you remember you couldn't make a right-hand turn off of 87th?
Yep.
You know, you had to do that cutoff thing.
Mhm.
Well, there, remember, I don't know if you remember, but there used to be a big concrete wall to the right of you as you're pulling up going west. And then if you went down to cutoff, it was the hill. It was like the hill going up to the toll road. That hill's all gone. And the original 294 area, you know, road above you, it's almost all gone now. They've got
So that
these big
Entrance
giant,
toll booth is gone too?
huh?
That little toll booth is gone to get on?
Oh no, that's 83rd Street.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's by me, actually. That's probably 1,000 feet from my house. It's like I'm if the end of my street is the toll booth.
You can hear them putting coins in there, huh?
Right.
That's how
Yeah,
close you are.
because we lived in that apartment by you, I think, for a while down the road from you, because you could hear the toll booth from our apartment for a while.
Was it in the Trace or?
No, when I lived in New Justice over by Player that way.
Oh, okay. I'm not in that area. I'm by
You're the one.
I'm by I forgot the name of it, where you used to be able to go get your clothes cleaned down the street.
Aladdin's.
Oh, yeah. Was
Aladdin's.
it Blackhawks?
We do apes, remember?
Yes,
For a long
exactly. We
time.
do apes. Yep.
Because the D and the R fell off. You imagine seeing that sign up now? Oh my gosh.
That lasted a long time because a lot of people remember that.
Yes. Yeah, remember, but you remember when you could get off at 79th Street and then they closed it because of the school? Remember you?
Yeah,
used to
they're
be able to-
opening that up. That's part of the reconstruction. Because
Yeah,
the
they were
school's
talking about
school's
that.
gone. You knew that, right?
No, I didn't know. Was that Dosher? No. What was the name of that school? King. I can't remember.
Originally, it was called Justice. My mom was there when it was brand new. I got a picture of her class.
Wow.
But Bridgeview didn't have any school. Even though they lived in Bridgeview, she had to come all the way to that school. Like I said, it was called the Justice School back then. It might have been Dosher. I can't remember the name of
I
it.
think it was Dosher.
It could have been.
I remember Justice didn't have a library for years and years, and then they finally took that house behind the, like by the park, behind the police station area, and then they made that house into the library.
Right. And then they did a couple additions onto it, but it's basically still the house.
Mhm. And then right kitty corner from there is where Chris Damashki, Bill Damashki lived. And he's like, I don't know if you knew the Damashkis at all, but he is really big with DreamWorks and he's really made a name for himself. And
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know him and I don't know the family, but I've heard the name and the connection there. So that's kind of cool.
yeah, it's kind of and like what Dick Portillo was an Argo graduate. So we have some really
Well, he was good friends with my uncle.
Mhm. And
They
Neil
went to school
Maxwell-
together. They actually had a hunting club that they started together. My mom had a card that they made up saying, well, I don't remember what the name of the hunting club was, but it was my uncle and him with this hunting club that they started when they were teenagers.
How fun, see?
They were really close.
They made a big donation to Argo too.
Yeah, $1 million.
Portillo's,
Yeah.
yeah, didn't
Yeah.
they? The auditorium or theater, whatever
Yeah.
it was.
They named it after the wife,
is.
right?
I think
It's
so.
a fine arts building, I think. Yeah.
It's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the wife, it's named after the wife.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's really
I'm
nice.
gonna
He's a
hit the
good guy.
Powerball. I'm gonna hit the Powerball and build him a dome stadium,
Oh gosh, that would be nice, huh?
air conditioned. Yeah.
Wasn't it what the field house is all about too, or no?
I don't think the field house was. It could have been. I just don't. I've never heard the connection there.
I've
But
never been in
definitely
there.
the new theater performance area
Yeah,
was $1 million of it was funded by them.
That's really neat.
yeah.
Obviously, we all had a good time at Argo because here we
Oh,
are.
heck
How
yeah.
many years? It'll be 40 for me this year.
Yeah.
It's positive experiences. You know, I love that.
Yeah. I don't think I really had any really negative, anything bad.
No,
Well, you know
I
what's
enjoyed it.
interesting to me is I was there from 74 to 78, right? And all my brothers and sisters, except for one, were older than me. And my oldest two brothers were there during the riots.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I was there, it seemed like the riots were so long ago. But then when you look at the time of history between the riots and when I was there, it really wasn't that many years, but you couldn't feel the tension anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Enough time
Yeah.
passed where the tension was gone.
Yeah.
That's
But
why
I-
my mom sent me to Peace the first year because of the riots. She just was afraid to send me.
Yeah.
And it was the biggest mistake she made. Thank God she had back surgery and couldn't afford to send me because Argo was like the best thing that happened.
Yeah. I mean, you learn, I guess we would say diversity. There's all kinds of people, you know, like when I went to grade school, because we grew up in Bedford Park, and there was this girl, Cheryl Ward, and her mom taught school, 5th grade, and she was like my best friend. We were so
really
close. We
good
had
on the
this
track
group,
team.
you know, and she would come to our house. I would go to her house for birthday parties. She'd come over for lunch, and she lived in Argo. And my dad told me when I was leaving Walker School and going to junior high to Graves, my dad told me, he says, when Cheryl goes to Graves, she's gonna start pulling away. She's gonna be with her own friends, her own kind. And I thought, nah. I saw her once in a while. Yeah, we didn't have classes together. And then he said at Argo, he says she's gonna go, you know, with her own kind. She's gonna be with her own. And I said, no, but she did. But when she saw me in the hallway, we always hugged, how are you and stuff. But she was involved in track. She was involved in different sports than I was, but always asked, how are you doing and stuff. And years later, I saw her at Chicago Ridge Mall. And it was just like we were back in high school again. You know, it was really nice to see her. But unfortunately, I think, I don't know how long it's been. It's been many years. She died of cancer, breast cancer, I
Yeah.
think it was. So it was just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, you know, you learn to get along with people differently. You see them differently, you know?
That's how we were brought up. We were just
yeah.
brought up. You like everybody for who they are. And, you know,
Yeah.
I like everybody. I like
Yeah.
all the different people. And, you
Yeah, I
know,
always say, you know, I don't care who or what you are, respect me and I'll respect you.
mhm.
So I don't judge too much. I mean, you know, I'm human, but
But people didn't in our class, they didn't really pick on anybody too bad, you know.
yeah, no.
It's like we talked, I don't know, I think I talked to Rick, like Johnny Costello, you know, what he did to Pam was terrible. And that my brother had the same name made it tough. But I mean, that's the only like super horrible thing that I can remember
Yeah.
of bullying and picking on people. But I'm sure it happened, but people just were a little more, I think, open to just different ethnicities and brains, and at least I was, so I didn't notice it from anyone else.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember too many fights in the hallway. Maybe I was just naive and but I don't remember, too many fights in the hallways.
How about you guys?
Now, Ricky,
Yeah.
you would know this better than me because I was never into sports. But in my view, looking in as a non-sport person, it seemed to me that the sports teams were the most diverse.
Oh, we were brothers.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That was my
I
point.
mean-
That it seemed like there was not a whole lot of division between the ethnicities, colors, any
No.
of that. It was
We,
they
we
were
all went through hell
teammates.
together, man.
Right.
You're a team.
Yeah.
Double
and-
sessions in 90-degree heat. You're wearing 100 pounds and you don't get water break until the end. Yeah. Yeah.
But what I did
Throwing up-
know, but on the opposite of that is I did notice that, like, and I'm not gonna just gonna be kind of hard for me to explain it, but I seen most of the friction was between the non-athletes and like, I guess you would call them the burnouts, whether
Oh,
you're
yeah.
a white burnout, black burnout, or a Spanish burnout.
See, I was
what do you
both.
mean? There
I was
was-
a jock and a burnout. So
Who's that?
me.
Oh yeah, but that's different. But you know what I'm saying? The only
Most of
fights
us
that
on the
I've ever
football team
seen
were, though.
was that.
Uh-huh.
It was normally not a sporty against a sporty. It was
Mhm.
normally against, a burnout this guy and a burnout that guy.
I mean,
Right.
people always say, "Oh, they're out back getting high," but nobody ever said, how horrible they were. I mean, I got picked on by a few people for being, I guess, a brain. I didn't consider myself a brainiac, but some of the people call me pea brain and all that
Oh,
stuff. but
bookworms, man. You saved me through high school.
I wasn't really a bookworm, I was just more social, and I loved,
Yeah.
all the different activities. Because let's see, I bowled and I sucked at bowling. I think my average the first year was 53, but I had so much fun doing it.
Yeah.
I did it for the camaraderie and the friendships, and I was very social compared to my brother and sister who were extremely smart. Me, I didn't try hard. I just wanted to have fun and make friends and learn anything I could and do anything I could. Because they can't take that away from me.
Oh, speaking
Right.
of schools,
that's
my
true.
my son Danny, the one that graduated from Maryland and is finishing his degree at University of Illinois Chicago. He just got hired as a teacher there.
Nice.
So
Oh,
he-
wonderful.
He'll be a part. It's like half. They call it like half time or something. Because
How's
he'll
the
be.
neighborhood over there now?
I'm not really sure. So what he'll do, the way it's works is he'll be a teacher for half the time, and then he'll be a student the other half the time, and his education will be free there. He won't have to pay any tuition, and they'll
Nice.
still pay him for the 50% time.
What's he gonna
Wow,
be teaching?
that's-
Something with writing stuff. I don't know.
Nice.
So he's
Yeah,
a
that
writer.
is
He's doing a
awesome.
degree in writing.
So he's getting money and he's getting an education. That's pretty cool.
Right, and that's what Eddie's doing too. Eddie's doing it, except Eddie's doing it with in Boston, and he's working in a lab. He's doing something with nanotechnology.
Mhm.
Wow.
He's working on a doctorate, and again, he gets paid and a free education because of that program.
Wow.
So we need
Almost
to
like
we need
Go
to do
ahead.
something with Katie now, because Katie's going to be the only one that's going to have to keep paying for her education.
So it's almost like a work program, like at Argo, where you,
Yeah, it is similar to that, except it's at college level.
yeah, that's awesome.
But I kept calling him, is it like a teacher's aide? He said, no, it's not really a teacher's aide.
Yeah,
It's actually, I'm a teacher and I get my own class, to teach. Where
Yeah.
teacher's aide, you're just helping a teacher out. Where he
Right.
actually
Pretty
is a
exciting.
teacher. It is very exciting. I'm
he
so
starts.
proud of him because
Yeah.
they're doing levels of stuff that I could have never, ever even dreamed of doing.
yeah.
So, sometimes I think, well, I wish they would have took interest in the things that I like. But if I was, if I would have been smarter, I might have not done the stuff I do, and I might have done what they did.
But if you did what they do, we wouldn't be Zooming with you every Friday
There
night.
you go.
That's
So-
right.
And I wouldn't be the legend I am.
Yeah.
But just think about it. Who would have ever thought that technology would change so much with, the handheld computers, your cell phone? And I remember I was so excited when we got our first microwave, or when we got,
yeah.
when we
I
got the
remember that. Me
cordless
and my brother
phones.
had to stand there when it was working and cover our junk because my mom said you can end up getting some kind of cancer from the microwave.
Well, yeah, that's because you guys were trying to like cook your weenies.
Well, and the remote control for the TV was a good one because I had to stop eating, He's laughing about the weenie.
Get that weenie away from that.
You just picture him and his brother holding themselves on the microwave. It's
Oh,
Wrap it in tinfoil.
just don't stick it in there.
Oh
You'll burn that thing off.
my God.
Oh my God. Oh.
But no, that in our lifetime, technology has changed dramatically.
Oh yeah.
When you guys talk about that, then there's a good movie if you ever seen Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yes.
That there you go with the cell phone on the side of the mountain and they all go back. Have you seen it? Any Judy and
I seen parts of it. I never seen the whole
No.
thing.
You got to watch the whole movie.
It's on one of my platforms that I stream. I don't remember which one though.
Motley Lou and Lugal and because he stayed back, the one guy, and changed history.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, yeah,
Huh.
yeah. It's a really good movie.
One of
Chevy
my
Chase.
favorite movies was, and I just watched it not too long ago, Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke.
Oh God.
Oh
yeah.
my God. Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
It's some really good shit. Yeah, man. I had to follow my dog around with the baggie.
Yeah.
My stash.
You mean we're smoking dog shit?
What was the dog again? It's
Labrador.
Labrador. Yeah, it's Labrador.
Chased a little fucker around 3 days with a glad bag. You mean we're smoking dog shit? Yeah, man. I can breathe.
Shit.
Here, take this, man. Take this. Oh, wait. Don't take that shit. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I'm not okay.
I laughed.
You're not
more
going to
as a
die,
grown-up.
man. Oh.
What's that, Laura?
I said I laughed more as a grown up because I didn't smoke pot or any, I didn't do drugs or anything like that. I drank when I was in high school, but I experienced things later in life. I'm not running for president, so I guess I could say that. But, but yeah, it was, so as a grown up, it made me laugh my ass off even more. I remember listening to them on the record players on the tape, on the, the 78, the albums.
LP.
And we'd listen to
Oh,
Cheech
yeah.
and Chong.
I had the rapper,
Rotten Peter, just
and you could get almost a half ounce into the paper.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was big. Now, what was that? The name of the album was
Basketball Jones and
no.
was
The
on
name of the
there.
album was Big Something. That came in that big rolling.
Yeah, because
paper.
my buddy had that, and we actually rolled it.
Oh, I remember my friend had that too. He got it.
Took us 4 days to finish it.
Yeah, it would fit a couple of lids if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, it was a monster. You had 2 lighters getting it going.
It was real rolling paper.
Yeah, and don't run
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's so funny. This guy that I work with, we were just talking about that.
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, the rolling paper, because wasn't it in the album or something?
Yeah, it was in the album.
It came with an album. I'm
Yeah.
gonna look up the album.
Yeah,
Because
we
it
were
was
just
called
talking about-
Big Something Something. Big Bamboo.
They're in court. He wants the water. Fucking vodka, man.
Yeah.
Case dismissed. Get him out of here. You want the key? Yeah, man, give me the key. You want the key? Yeah, man, my balls itch. I can recite that movie word for word.
I just paraphrase everything because
Well, Duke Forrest Gump on the golf course with your uncle. By the third hole, he wants to choke you. Yeah, but watch that Hillbilly Elegy. You guys will like it.
Okay.
Glenn Close. I'm wondering if she got an Academy Award or not.
Yeah, I was right. Look,
There you go.
Big Bamboo.
Yep.
what?
I haven't seen this album since probably 1976.
You don't have a copy?
No.
Uh-oh.
I showed you I got that one from what's his name? I can't think of his name. He was another comedian. It was a single guy.
Not Sam Kinison.
No, I liked him a lot too.
Oh, God.
No, the other one that's like he's like the most truthful storyteller, and it's super funny, very intellectual. And he was around since the 70s.
Not George Carlin.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
who I was thinking
I
of.
got that
Yeah.
album. I got the album right over there.
I watched him on a Carson rerun the other day, and it was one of his worst I've ever seen.
Holy shit, I just noticed this. This came up. This is a signed album with Cheech and Chong, $122.
Wow.
You gonna buy it?
I don't have $122 right now.
I think we could all put our funds together.
Yeah.
Come up with about $85.
Got a
thing-
dollar.
Got a dollar? I got some change.
I haven't been bartending, so the quarters have been washing out. I don't get those quarters anymore. So
We're gonna play that game when you stop here. I'm gonna start saving my quarters.
You need
Hey,
to,
you know
you need
what?
to have
And-
went with into a place where they had half in silver dollars. That you could have made some real cash. And
Yeah.
it would have hurt a little more though.
well, the quarters added up though, and how many people would have silver dollars?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, did you need change and you give them?
Oh yeah.
Hey, you whip out your changer like they used to have for the
Yeah.
Click, 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 click.
Yep.
There's a patent on that.
Don't you have any dollars? Well, no, only the coins. Chick, 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 chick.
I had a lot of fun bartending and waiting tables. It was just, it was a good way to help supplement income and, always have some cash. And
No,
I met
that's a
lot of-
good gig, especially if you got a good
Yeah.
personality.
Yep.
And
you
it
know,
really
you
does
can-
have to do with that.
You can make a lot of money.
You could
know.
even be a somewhat not good waitress if you've got a really good personality.
Yeah.
See, I
Because
always
we-
thought bartenders were psychiatrists.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, then Gina would be an excellent bartender.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Gina's awesome.
I used to work at Mark's Pub for a while. I worked in the day. I worked like 7:30 to 2:30, and then I'd go over to Sage Joel's restaurant and work as a waitress there. And then I go home and change and go out and go dancing and wake up and do it all over again. I did that for
Wow.
for about a year or so after I got out of college and stuff because I really didn't know what I really wanted
Boy,
to
there's
do.
a name I haven't heard in a while. Sagels.
Where is
Oh,
that
yeah,
at? Or where was that at?
It was on 87th. My aunt used to wait tables there, and she's like, "Listen, honey, you should come wait tables over here."
Yeah,
I said,
good
"I'm
food.
bartending."
87th and what?
Off of between Harlem and past, is it towards Narragansett maybe?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was
Yeah,
on the-
like in
it was on-
Burbank.
It was on the
Yeah,
north
Burbank.
side of the
It was in
street, wasn't it?
Burbank. But
Yeah,
I
like-
remember this one guy got me with a joke, and I'm the girl, I always would fix my hair, but I'd fix it and forget it. And I would never like go look in the mirror after I was all done. And I was tending bar. People like, who comes in at 7 a.m? I said, third shift people. It's their night. We would have the most fun. And this guy takes and tells me this joke. He's like, how come an Indian has a dot on their head? And then he goes, so you can tell him to get the heck out of here. And he pushed on my forehead. I didn't think anything of it. Everybody's laughing their butt off. And I'm like, what's so funny? I don't get it. That's like a stupid joke. It's a dumb joke. And they're being prejudiced, So maybe 3 hours later, I go into the bathroom, and why are people laughing all day long? Because they dipped their fingers in ashes, and it was like Ash Wednesday, and they
Oh,
left ashes on
funny.
my forehead.
Oh my gosh.
So for like 3 hours, I'm running around with ashes on my forehead, and everybody's laughing, and I'm like, I don't get it. But that was my dumb joke I learned about. So didn't hurt anybody.
Do you remember that quarter joke? Where you would say, this was like you would do this in grade school. You would take a quarter and then you would put it between your fingers and you would say, could you roll this from your forehead down your
Oh my
nose?
God.
Because you put the pencil on it.
Yeah, and then you would
Yes.
take it and you would do the pencil thing, and then you would think, oh, I could do that. And then they would do it, and then oh yeah, and then he would have the stripe down her nose.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Harmless but fun.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like 52 pickup. You ever play 52 pickup? No. All right, here you
Yes.
go. Pick them all up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I fell asleep at my sister Amy's once, and my little sister and her friend did me with pool chalk, like Braveheart.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
And I
God.
woke up and everybody's ha ha. And I'm like, yeah, fuck you too, I go into the bathroom in the mirror and I said, oh, those two little shits.
At least it wasn't permanent marker.
No, but
Yeah.
then the one time was funny. I went down to Florida on vacation, and Little Frank's Pizza screwed up one of my orders. So the old man says, well, next time you order, we get all these freebies for you. So I didn't think anything of it. So while I'm in Florida, my little sister used my freebies. She's telling me they got free cannoli, they got this free, they got that free. I said, you little shit. She got $50 worth of shit that was supposed to be, I let it go.
God, I miss Chicago pizza still so much. They're the
Oh,
best pizza.
We
Even
just had
bad Chicago
Fasano's.
Yeah, bad
Did ya?
Chicago pizza is good pizza here.
Who does?
I said any bad, what people would think might be bad pizza in Chicago, it would be good pizza here.
ugh.
Oh gosh.
They put hot dogs on it and shit.
No.
I noticed anything out of the Chicago area, it's almost always pepperoni.
Well,
It's
you know what though? There's
crust.
one in Dunedin, Florida called Lovin's, and the guy grew up in Chicago, and
So he's got
Yeah.
good pizza.
it's pretty close to being Chicago.
What's the sausage with the fennel, and it's the
That's
water.
McDonald's. They put a lot of
Oh.
fennel in their sausage.
Yeah, they put a lot. Have you ever had Lou Melanetti's where they put the whole layer of sausage?
Oh
across?
yeah, that is
Yeah.
awesome. I
And
love their pizza.
You
There's
can have
so
it
many-
shipped to you.
Yeah, you know how much that costs?
But don't they, I thought they had it frozen. Maybe not. Yeah. You could get it in the restaurant frozen.
I would
Well,
just
they
go-
ship it too, though. They'll ship it anyway.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
overnight
it's
it.
pricey.
How much is it?
It's pricey. I looked at trying to have some pizza shipped once. And they wanted like $100. I'm like, are you freaking
Oh,
kidding me?
no,
I
that's
could
crazy.
no
make
way.
my own
Well,
pizza for that.
But here's the
Yeah.
thing: pizzas nowadays are really expensive, even if you get them here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
For
They've
a
always
decent,
been
you go to
expensive.
Pizza Hut and get it for a good deal, but any quality pizza is going to cost you, if you're doing, a family of 4,
Oh yeah.
it'll cost you $50-$60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
There's a pizza place in Toledo, Maumee, Ohio, right outside of Toledo, and it's called the Village Idiot. And they have pre-made crust, but they're good. But their pizza is like as close to Chicago pizza as you can get. And they're like $15 with whatever toppings you want on it.
That ain't bad.
Well, that's
really
cheap.
good, actually.
Yeah.
So it tastes like Chicago pizza.
All this
So-
talk of pizza, man. They're all closed now.
Yeah, you know what we've been getting when we've been going to Fasano's is we would been getting for the three of us or 4 or 5 depending on if we have guests. But we'll get like a either a small or medium sausage pizza, and then we'll get a order of baked mustacholi. And the cheese on the baked mustacholi's got to
Oh,
be
yeah.
at least a half-inch thick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
wow.
would get the baked mustacholi and I'd have them add onions and mushrooms to it.
Oh, I didn't even know you could do that.
Just ask. Yeah.
So it's almost like a stuffed pizza kind of thing.
Yeah, right to
Yeah.
the ICCU.
Well, that's interesting. Like I said, I never thought to even deviate from their regular.
Little Franks would do that
recipe.
for me too. I told them you got to burn the sausage. You can't. I can't stand it, And they do it. They'd add like Laura said. They put mushrooms and peppers in it,
So, what do you like your sausage almost crispy?
burnt to a crisp, man.
Is that how do you eat your steak?
Burnt.
Oh, God. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
No.
Gotta
like
be
mine too.
rare.
I don't
Medium
know.
mooing.
Rare is too bloody, but I like it where it's cooked just a little pink, almost like, well, not quite Rick's shirt.
Like a medium rare?
I like mine between rare and medium. I mean, medium rare and medium, kind of.
I can't see.
Yeah,
any
it's probably whatever you're saying is probably what I like.
Oh my
It's
God.
it's definitely warm on the inside,
Well, it
but
has
it's
to
still a
not
little
be-
Yeah, I
red.
like it. I like it seared too, where the fat is like charcoal.
I
Yeah,
do
it
like
can't be-
that though. I
Yeah,
do like this fat seared though.
that's gotta
that
be.
warm red center, but not just warm. It needs to be, I don't know. 'Cause
Well, no,
to
I'm
me-
different with prime rib though. I'll eat prime rib where it's medium rare. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
prime rib pretty much has to be.
Yeah, you can't. If you overcook it, you ruin it.
It's not going to melt in
Yeah.
your mouth if it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
cooked too much.
Yep. I like it rare. I think it has a lot of flavor when it's rare.
Yeah, medium rare, between medium rare and, I'd rather have it undercooked than overcooked.
Yeah.
Because you use a lot of flavor.
If you cook
Yeah.
if you cooked it too much, and I think what you're losing is the salt in the blood when you're cooking it too much.
Yeah.
Because
But
you got
you
that
can-
saltiness.
You can do that medium and still have it be juicy. As long as you stop it before it
Now,
starts. to-
burgers got to be burned too.
Yeah.
Well done on the burgers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I don't.
agree
I
with
like
that.
it. I like it more like the other. Like that. But when I grew up, I did like it all. Like you said, I liked it not burnt, but there couldn't be any pink at all. And that was
Right.
from my mom, though. My mom would not cook, would not ever eat any steak or hamburger that even had a little pink in it. She would never eat it. And then that kind of got passed on until I was probably in my 30s, and then I realized that if you don't cook it as much, it tastes a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, remember pork growing up? I remember they would cook that pork where it was like stringy, because they'd overcook pork. And then I went to some fancy restaurant once, and they're like, "How would you like that pork? Medium?" They would serve pork pink now.
Oh,
like,
gosh.
"Oh,
Yeah,
I like
Now,
it
that
juicy."
that's almost like eating blowfish.
you're gonna get worms and
If
shit.
you
No
don't, if
pink
you don't
for
cook
me,
that
my
just
pork.
the right, you know what I mean?
It'll
When
kill
you're
you.
cooking it like that, you've got to actually
Oh, no.
really know what you're doing.
I would
Yeah.
not eat it like that. I like it where you cook it and it's just juicy and not dry. And it's like
Right.
chicken. I made some really good chicken today. and it
Dan,
was
I think you got to sign a waiver for that shit
I think
No,
so
no.
too. Actually,
with them poisonous fish and all that.
Oh, the
you do
fish,
with
yeah.
definitely with the blowfish. You do,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't even. I don't like seafood. Just shrimp. That's it.
see, when I was over in Hong Kong, they served a baby octopus live, and they dip it in this black soybean sauce and try and get it down your gullet before the tentacles came out.
That's
Oh.
sick.
It was pretty
It
cool,
is.
man. I
There's
couldn't
no
do it.
way.
I couldn't do it, but there was some guy sitting at the table, and I was like, I'm like, oh man, I was playing the alien scene in my head.
The Italian family, they had some interesting food. There was always like squid and calamari and
Oh, I
pig
love all that.
feet and pig snout. I remember opening up the fridge one day and there was the whole pig's head, and I'm like, oh. So I ate a lot of buttered noodles because I didn't even want to eat the sauce, because once I saw that animal, I'd be like, no, I can't do it. Can't do it.
Somebody fighting over the eyeballs.
But liver and onions was a big thing back then. I'm like, can you just cook the onions in a separate pan for me? Tongue and all that stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, we had tongue. My mom would make it.
Lingua.
Yeah, sesos.
really
How about
good.
sesos? You know what sesos are, right?
It tastes like pot roast.
Brains.
No,
Oh,
brains,
yeah.
I can't do brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
End up getting mad cow or mad pig.
But
Yeah.
anyway, let's go back to that good food that we like. This is really fun, guys. Hey, and thanks for inviting me in. It's kind of neat to connect, and I'm
Well,
enjoying it.
it's fun to just talk about nothing.
It's like,
You know what I mean? That's
kinda
what I like about it. We're not talking about anything serious.
It's
Right.
a Seinfeld
It's just
show,
fun.
You know?
Right, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
about nothing.
Yeah, that's what I like about it too.
Now, when you when you want to start trying to sell your stuff, promote it, I should say, on all these, YouTube, or well, not YouTube, but it's on YouTube and Facebook, by the way. When it's on Facebook, when you go in a comment, do like little ads in the comments.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That would be your
I'll-
best bet to promote
Yeah, I'm
it.
gearing up to put some.
Well, you
stuff
can
in
do that on Name That Tune, or not Name That Tune, but Deep Dive. You know,
on
you can
Deep
do
dive.
Deep Dive. You're on it.
Yep,
Yeah.
I was looking at it earlier today.
Do some tie-dye t-shirts and stuff for people.
Yeah, I'm getting. Yeah, this is one I made. I decided. I don't know. I gotta sit up. Oh, my knee is killing me though. Just a little pattern. So
That's
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool.
cool.
Oh, that's cute.
yeah,
Bend over and I'll
That's
throw a
nice.
quarter.
got it.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna go that far anymore. Come on.
If I see
My
a quarter
body is
going that way, I'm gonna
not
freak out.
anywhere near what it used to be.
Hey,
I mean, I was-
I'll bend over the other way and you could throw a quarter.
There you go.
Okay.
Well,
I
that one
can't
went.
see
That one was
anything.
so bad I went black.
Yeah, it was.
Clean that thing, would you?
Did you guys see the one where it says, say something when you get it? That was a guy from the 70s and he had a lawn dart in his neck.
Yes.
Those were deadly.
Jarts. They were called jarts. That's what our stuff
Yeah.
was called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Now you
was that?
can't have it.
I
the
have
cro-
3 of
was it
those.
cro- was
I
it
think the
croquet
4th
or
one
something?
was in somebody's like leg or something.
What was the one with the mallet? You had to hit the ball through these little rings.
Oh, I have that too.
Croquet.
Croquet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
cousin,
had
my
that.
cousin blasted my other cousin in the head with it once. We were over at my Aunt Judy's. And we're like, what the hell did he do that for? It was my cousin Jimmy, he's the nut.
Those
Next
could
thing-
be. That's a fun game. That's like a
Those are
really old
lethal
game.
weapons, man. He
Bocce
hit him in
ball.
the head and it sounded like a coconut cracking.
Well, that's all wood.
Yeah.
There's no plastic in that game.
No.
No.
Remember the clackers that you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Those were
Yes. Yes.
You could take down your buddy from 100 yards and whip it down the
Yeah. And the
street.
nunchucks, like the little,
Yeah.
I made a bunch of those in high school. They
What
wouldn't
the
let you make
yam
them. They
chucks?
wouldn't let you make them there. But I would make them enough to where I could bring them home and finish them.
Mhm. I know. I remember hitting my head a couple times because my friend Yolanda always had.
Yeah,
them.
doing.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I did it again.
I did it. I did it one time in the nutsack, and that's it. I never used them again. The Piper
getting-
was down there.
That's getting back to the meat tenderizing thing.
No, that was
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah. The
Ooh, look at it,
tenderizer.
shiny. I need polish for it though, because it's It's showing its age because my mom didn't take proper care of it. But look at that knurl job. Look at that. I mean, that's just,
Nice.
it was fun. It was fun. I'm glad I have something from my Argo days.
I've got a bunch of stuff. My mom was really good about that. She saved like all kinds of stuff from me. So it's really, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it was fun being in shop. And then being a pom-pom girl at the same time. And,
Yeah.
God, there he goes again. Argo was fun. I'm so glad that I got to experience it.
Here, I got to show you this.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
This is actually, you probably won't be able to read it.
grade 7. Yes.
7th grade, Wilkins.
Is
Yep.
that a cutting board or a picture?
It was supposed to be a cutting board.
That's pretty cool.
Mr. Michaels was such a perv. Sorry, Mr. Michaels, wherever you are. He'd make us girls sit up front with our shoulders back and, and it was like me and Bonnie Mezek. And that's why I didn't go with wood shop. But I remember I made the wrench key holder. We cut out the wrench and put the little screws. But I made like a whole bunch of stuff in metal shop. I made a butterfly bracelet out of copper and recipe.
And that was in Wilkins, right?
Yeah, Mr. Keefe.
Yeah, that's kind of amazing when you think about it, right? That in 7th grade, you were able to do that kind of stuff, whether you're a boy or girl. They let
Yeah.
you use those tools.
Yeah, we made
it
the
was-
toolbox. I remember in the spot welder, and it was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
cool.
that was I have that somewhere around here too.
Yeah.
Yes, I didn't make the toolbox. I made a recipe card box with the spot
I actually
welder.
made that too. I got that upstairs. That I know where it is at. Where it
And then I
is.
did like an index card hold, like a of another card, like an index card holder.
Mhm.
Because we did 2 projects with that, and I got to make my own blueprints and draw my own design, and that was fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, mine, if you looked at mine, it's funny because I showed it a couple episodes ago. But when we did that, I imagine you did this the same way. Is the whole idea behind that recipe box was we were learning how to put metal together. So we did 2 different kinds of rivets. We did the pounding rivet where you would look like a nail almost, and you would pound it and
Spot
then it would
welder.
mushroom out. And then there would be then we did the pop rivets where you would have the gun with the little nail, and then you would, and it would pop and you would do that. And then part of it, I think we did, like Rick was saying, we used the spot welder. So
Yeah.
we used like 3 different ways to
Mhm.
put metal together on it. But when you get,
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah, when you got to the point, mine, where I was drilling my holes, they weren't accurate. So I've got like holes that don't even match up anywhere. So I ended up cheating and putting them together and then drilling the hole where if you did it right, you would have drilled the holes and then you would have put them together and the holes would have lined up.
Yeah, it's fun that girls and boys and boys could take cooking and sewing and well,
Yeah.
they made everybody take everything. And then I got so mad when I went to Argo. I'm like, I really liked wood shop and I liked metal shop. And I don't know why I can't get into machine shop or
See,
autos.
when I was in Wilkins, no girls took any, and no boys took any, what they call girl or boy stuff. Like there
Yeah.
were no girls in any of the shops. This is Wilkins, and there were no boys that took any cooking or sewing.
Yeah, when I went, boys and girls were, because I graduated there from 78. So that was what, 76? In 76, we took everything.
Yeah,
which
they
I
didn't
thought
make
was
us
cool.
do that. In fact, they wouldn't let us do that. The
Yeah, they
boys
wouldn't
did
let
their
me
thing, the
take
girls did their
shop.
thing.
But it was fun.
Now, did you go there? Was it 6th, 7th, and 8th?
Yep.
For a while there, it was actually like you would go from first all the way through eighth.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in Bridgeview School, I would have been probably between second and fourth grade. I can't remember which one it was, but Bridgeview School filled up because that was my main school, and they bused me over to Wilkins, and I was only there for like 2 days because I missed the bus, and my mom had to leave work in order to pick me up because there's no way I'm walking from Wilkins School all the way to, like 72nd near Harlem. It was just too, for our age. So my mom complained and they put me back into Bridgeview.
Yeah, I went to Brodnicki.
Yeah, that wasn't even, I didn't even know Brodnicki existed. The only two schools I remember growing up was Wilkins and Bridgeview.
Mm-hmm.
All those other schools I never even heard of.
Like, you went to Graves, Judy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what year did you graduate from high school?
81.
81, yeah. Okay. I know you said earlier, but I forgot.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, because I knew like Rita Reeves and Sue Gadberry, they went to
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still friends with Rita. I mean, we've been friends since like 7th grade.
Wow.
We still talk.
That is awesome. Yeah, I don't really talk to too many people from high school. But when I joined Facebook, that was awesome because then I saw a lot of people that I went to like kindergarten and up and how their lives has changed. And that's what I liked about Facebook. Didn't like all the other stuff, like the politics and all that other stuff. It was just nice to see people that you grew up with as a kid.
Now, when you hung around with Rita, did you ever go by their house?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Sherman?
Oh God, yeah, her brother Sherman, yes.
Yeah, I forgot how they were related. I thought it was his brother, but they were. It was like a weird thing because they had their cousin Roy too.
Yep,
You remember Roy?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I remember Rita, and to me, she was a little girl. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because our age differences.
Yeah.
When you're at that age, it seemed, there's a big difference in age.
Well, did you
but
know
it really isn't.
The Goodings, like Larry Gooding, because I went to school with Cheryl and her brothers were older, so I don't remember how much older they were.
Now, I know the name, and I know Dennis Reed is related to them some way.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Dennis Reed is?
No.
Billy Reed was probably closer to your age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
They lived near Bridgeview
Sherman.
School.
Sherman's a hoot, boy. Let me just tell you, he's a
Yeah,
hoot.
we used to call him Roy was the one that was the real character we used to call him Hillbilly Roy.
Yep.
But yeah, Sherman, because Sherman was kind of a gearhead, just like a lot of us were in that part of Bridgeview.
Mm-hmm.
So Sherman always would they had that brand new house. I mean, it was compared to the houses that we lived in,
Mm-hmm.
our houses were probably 50 years old, and their house was brand new. But he'd have this car tore apart. They had this beautiful concrete driveway, brand new, big oil spots on it from him tearing cars apart and stuff. And then, do you remember Mathis by any chance?
Mm-hmm.
Rick and Dave Mathis, they lived right across the street.
I remember Dave.
Yeah, well, they were gearheads. Well, Rick was really the gearhead. Dave was kind of one. Dave was more of the crazy one. But he was really fun to hang with. I used to hang around with Dave, Rick, and Dennis, Howie Noble. I used to hang around with all those guys.
Howie Noble, I know that name.
Yeah, he was
something.
He's a good guy. He's a character too.
Back in your memory a bit. We had a lot of great people growing up. I mean, to me, growing up, the years we grew up, no video evidence of some of the stupid things we did.
Yep.
So happy about that. And to tell the stories is just a lot of fun.
Yeah, to remember things.
Hey Rick, you all right over
You know
there?
what? I was
Yeah.
thinking about something today. Tell me if you guys agree a little bit, don't agree at all. I think that the reason people aren't as close as they like we are, because when we were growing up, we had a lot of connections.
Mhm.
We had we only had 3 TV stations we could watch.
Yep.
So we could, when we went to school, we could talk about, did you see this show? Did you do that? You know what I mean? And did
Yep.
you go to this park? Did you play on this baseball team? You know what I mean? That was what connected all of us, right?
Right.
But now,
Bicycles.
right, we live in a society now where we've got this abundance of choices.
Yeah.
So it's harder for kids to be able to have those connections, because now you've got the HBOs, you've got the million streaming services, you've got, you instead of just baseball, you've got soccer, you've got softball, you've got all these things that we never had.
Mm-hmm.
So it's harder to make these groups and these memories because everybody's so divided now.
Yeah.
Well, and we kind of hung out together physically.
Yeah.
And, you looked for where all the bicycles were, and you're like, okay, they're all
Yeah.
over at John's house, and you'd get on your bike and you'd ride somewhere. Because I went to school and grew up with let's see what, Debbie Schoenfeld or Patricia Schoenfeld, Patty Anton,
Oh yeah.
Martinkus. We've known each other since Laura Compiani, and we've known each other, and we'd go to other people's houses, and we'd meet the parents, and the parents would meet us, and
Yeah.
it was just, you had family, and we could go out all day long. It was like, okay, be home before the street lights. But yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. You had those connections, you had those few things in common.
But then you had respect too. When you went
Yeah.
to somebody else's house, you
And
took
it's
your
Mr.
shoes
and
off,
Mrs. Yeah.
I mean,
That is true.
when's the last time you seen kids in a neighborhood, playing like tag or something in your in on your block or something? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You don't see that anymore.
They can't play that in our school. I don't know if any schools are like that, but they can't play tag during recess. And it's like, why? Because they could be rough. You can't. I just think it's
Play
crazy.
dodgeball.
Yeah,
Oh my
dodgeball is
God.
like soft balls, real soft. It's like you got to get hit with a ball and get stung.
Oh,
I'll
Yeah.
bring that up
Enough.
every now. I'll bring that up every now and then on the reunion. I'll show that red ball, and Carrie will come back and
hurt.
say, "Yeah, I remember you and Byron. She was the only one left on the other team, and me and Byron, we just unloaded, man. It was like, oh my god."
Hey Rick, getting
Yeah.
back to Laura's movie from earlier, you
Mhm.
haven't had fun until you got hit in the head with balls.
Some people will be leaving that class with ball marks.
Oh my god.
Welt. God, I
Welt.
remember I used to help teach kids soccer, and I was not that athletic, and I remember trying to help kick the ball on the soccer field, and I remember kicking the dang ball, and we're playing against kids, and we were at Graves School, and I remember I kicked that kid in the shin so bad he just about died. I'm like, oops, sorry. Was off.
It was like playing softball at Wilkins, and we'd hit the trailer park. We'd hit the
Mhm.
trailer homes,
Yep.
and then be like, well, we're cracking it, man.
Yeah, I had some friends who lived in that trailer park.
I'll
And,
bet I hit a few of them.
But-
Boom.
And remember the track over there at Wilkins, just running around that track for gym
Yeah.
class?
I don't think we had a track when I went.
No.
No, I don't
I-
think we had any like after school stuff. I can't remember anything.
I remember
That we
they're
would
telling
have.
we had to run a mile in a certain amount of time, and I just started laughing.
If
Yeah.
if anything,
Hey.
we did it out in the would be the west parking lot. There might have been something drawn on the west parking lot because that's where we would play
They
softball.
set up the orange cones.
Yeah. I wasn't very athletic, and people used to kind of like make fun of me because I couldn't. Because remember at Argo, they'd make you do the stairs for gym class, and I'd be
Yeah.
like,
We
like, I
did
couldn't
them.
do it.
Yeah.
and I used to tell my friends, but I'm going to take you through one of my ballet warm-ups, one of my dance warm-ups. Let me see how you do then. You know, I was physical a different way, just not athletic. You know, I was a dancer, and it was kind of funny because I'm like, let's see you do that. And then the guys would be like, oh, I can't stretch like that. I said, well, see, there you have it.
See, we would run the stairs from the locker room up to the gym,
Yep.
and we'd have to skip every other step.
Yep. I remember that. I remember volleyball practice, and varsity would be running, and all of us girls would be just watching them stop practice and watch all those guys running. Yep.
Yeah. Those suck.
Yeah, they did. I know.
Yeah, they sucked big time.
I threw up my liver junior year of high school. I threw up my liver in front of Tommy White. He was coaching our line that time.
God.
He's like, oh my God, Rock, I haven't seen anybody puke like that since my college days.
Was there a gym teacher? Was Mr. Marzoulis a gym teacher? There was a Major. No, Mr. Major.
Major. Yep.
He was, I didn't like him because when us girls would run, I would hold like my hands under here so they didn't go crazy. He's like, put them arms down, Costello. And I'm like, no, you know, he says, you can't run like that. And I said, but he was just a perv. I swear to God.
He
At
was
least
a
that's what
tennis
we-
coach, wasn't he?
That's what we thought. Maybe he really wasn't, but he just didn't get it, you know?
Yeah.
But
Oh my God. And then back, I remember I hated swimming. I hated being in the pool. Do you remember the bathing suits? They were like disgusting. Mine was like a light blue where you could see everything underneath. As soon as you got wet, everybody saw everything. And I remember Rick Berta in swimming, I had to go in the deep end, and I was petrified. And I said, I'm not doing it. He says, come on, little Jews, get in there. I said, no. I went ahead. I went home, and I told my mom and my brother. The next day, he wouldn't let me go in the deep end.
I'll never forget, I came out because then we had those showers that you had to go in.
Yes.
They were private. But I
Yeah.
remember walking out of the shower, from the shower to that little fitting room area.
Yep.
And there's a girl over there trying to take my picture because the boys were paying her to take my naked picture.
Oh,
I
my
took her
God.
camera and I threw it. But those are things that happen, but we didn't say, oh, you sexually harassed me. We just took the camera and broke it, you know?
Yeah, and it wasn't all over the internet either.
Yeah, but could you imagine how that would have been with cell phones?
Oh,
But,
yeah.
you know, the boys were boys and the girls were girls, and we
No,
were.
I loved it when after practice when we go watch the girls swim team in the dives.
Yeah.
We would actually give scores.
There were a couple guys in their little Speedos when they would take and jump and dive into
Oh,
the water. You
yep.
could see everything they owned.
Oh, yeah.
I like Speedos.
You remember when I wore mine backwards?
No.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh.
I remember having to take in swim class, we had to wear jeans and we had to jump in the pool with the jeans and take our jeans off and then tie the knots in the end and throw it over
What?
your head to act for like a life preserver.
Yeah, you guys
Yes.
did all kinds of weird shit.
Fuck
I
that.
I
remember
just
that.
about died doing that. I mean, because I wasn't a great swimmer. And I was
Yeah.
like, I mean, I could tread water and that was good, but then to have to do this in the deep end,
Yeah.
oh, it took me forever. I did do it, but it took like the whole class where everybody like,
Now, speaking of swimming, you guys probably wouldn't even remember this because this was only a couple of years when this would have been 75, 76, freshman, sophomore year. I'm not sure about girls, but when you were a guy, you had to swim naked. You would have to wear a hat. That's all. They would not allow you to wear a swimsuit.
When
I
you
heard
went to
that.
school,
Yes.
that's
That was
weird.
the last year of it was probably like 76 maybe. It was weird,
Wow.
man. There was, speaking of pervs, there's no logical explanation why you would wear, they would tell you not to wear
Swim
anything
cap.
except a
Yeah,
swim
that
cap.
doesn't make sense. I remember my dad
You know how many
telling me.
lawsuits that would be today?
Oh
Yeah.
my
I mean,
God,
like I
yeah.
said, it's not, it made no sense. But from that time to like when my brothers were in there, would be the early 70s, it was always like that. It wasn't like just for a couple years. It was many years, and then they finally stopped it like around then.
That's because it was just all boys. We had co-ed swimming.
Yeah, no, this was
Yeah.
all boys, but it again, why would you do that?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I
I don't
remember
understand
That's
that
fucking
either.
bizarro world there, man.
It
In
is weird. And
Wilkins,
some people don't believe me that existed.
no,
But
I
it
did.
absolutely did.
Yeah.
I remember having to take showers at Wilkins for the first time.
Oh, I know that was weird too.
And
Yeah,
Mrs.
we had to do that.
Newquest would sit there and she would like, look,
Yeah.
okay, now girls, get under the water. And I'm like, first of all, you're hoarding all these naked girls into one big, huge room. Rick's
Like
going,
a
look at
scene
him
from
smiling.
Porky.
Yeah, exactly.
It was very, very uncomfortable. So then you'd call period. And then they're like, then they started charting all the girls' periods because they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Because we're like,
What
period,
the
can't
hell?
chart today. But I did not like that. That
I
made-
didn't either. That was kind of weird. We used to like get our shoulders wet our face, our hair a little bit, try to fake it. Oh, here comes Tracy.
Wasn't it the movie where wasn't it Porky's where that big
Porky's.
gym teacher?
Porkies. I don't know that
He was
telly
yell-
record
he wa-
anywhere.
he was yell-
Yes,
yeah, the telly
yes. That was
It had a mole on it.
Yeah.
Hey, Tracy.
And
Hey
all the
guys,
coaches
what's going
were,
on? How are you?
What's up,
Are
Trey?
you at a kegger?
Not exactly. Oh my God. Coming to you live from Brookfield, from Joe's Tavern. And
Nice.
60th birthday party for a longtime family friend. Nice family party. And there were some bottles of Fireball inside a piñata.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I had the honor of like holding up this 50-pound piñata. That thing was loaded. Oh my God. But
How many
earlier there was
fireballs
a-
have you had, Trace?
Oh, none.
Really?
Yeah.
Ask
just
Rick
had-
about the balls he saw today.
I didn't have my Dance Garage mug, but I had my bourbon and Coke tonight.
You missed a whole segment on teabagging.
Ah, that's an Argo tradition. One of those fine Argo traditions that I can
Yeah.
lay no claim to.
Yeah, that whole part's gonna have a Dan Garage over it, unfortunately.
Oh my God. Yeah, I was trying to chime in earlier, but it was so loud, I couldn't really converse. So I was trying to show you that they had an Elvis impersonator and did like a floor show during like that 8 o'clock into 9 o'clock hour. It was really cool. It was a lot of
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Who
Yeah.
was the guy?
Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember his name. It's and I don't remember now. Shoot, I can't think of it.
Was it
But
Steve?
he was good. He was good. I don't
That's a-
think it was Joe West. Does that sound familiar? There's certain Elvis impersonators.
There was one real famous Rick Saucedo.
That's
Yeah.
him. I saw him, Rick, not Steve.
He
I
used
saw him
to,
years ago.
he used to
Yeah,
come to
he
the
was good.
place where I used to work. And the women
Right.
would go crazy over him. I never
Wow.
got it. I'm like, he's not Elvis though. I don't get it.
Yeah, yeah, it's weird.
I've seen it. Like I remember going to the Saber Room, and there were quite a few ladies with the scarves, and they were draping the scarves over, the Elvis impersonator's neck, doing the whole thing like he was the real thing. It was really bizarre.
Oh my God.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
those women.
The funny thing is, the fans were fan impersonators.
You're
Oh,
right.
God.
There
That was bad.
I don't know, Dan. I think there's certain things that you just can't fake.
I had Elvis on the back of my Harley once. We had an Elvis
Oh, wow.
impersonator come to our work at one of our car shows.
Oh, no
And
kidding.
there was a guy working with his son and like, come on, why don't you hop on the back of the bike, ride bitch with me, you know? And that came up in my feed, but I didn't post it, you know, as a memory, but I just thought that was kind of funny, you know. I had
You,
Elvis
you remember
ride
that
bitch.
dealership? I'm not sure if they're still in existence. I think they split. Solozzi Edelson.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of those, I forgot if it was Solozzi or Edelson. Probably think Solozzi. His son was impersonator, Elvis impersonator.
Oh, no kidding. No.
Because
kidding.
my wife's been working for you know, for not GM but GMAC for over 35 years. And
Oh, wow.
Solozzi Edelson was a big customer of them. So every year we would get invited to this big bash that Solozzi Edelson would have. And they would spend a lot of money for this Christmas party. I mean, at the time it's probably, you know, 10 or 15 grand. It was beautiful. They
Those
would
were
have-
all parties.
Yeah, they would. It was like they went all out on it.
You couldn't
Yeah.
drink enough at a party like that.
A lot of times, freight carriers that I did business with would have these major blowouts, whether it was during the holidays or maybe, you know, like a summertime golf outing. And you'd have hundreds of people attending, you know, these functions, and just it was incredible. The food, you know, there were gifts. It was just unbelievable. I miss those days for sure. Little
Yeah,
by little.
They would
kinda
have
went-
these bashes like on, you know, like on the golf course
Yeah.
clubhouses and in Oak Brook, and the really fancy stuff in Oak Brook.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
big money.
I was
Really
at one at
sold out.
Silver Lakes Country Club. It was pretty nice too. Back
Orland.
in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a few times there, you know,
Yeah.
for outings. World's Finest Chocolate used to have an outing, and the vendors would really kick in, and we would have the entire 2 courses at Green Garden out in Frankfurt. We would have the whole course, 1 p.m. shotgun start, and that party would go all the way to, you know, into the night. It was
Wow.
just incredible. It was just amazing.
There's like so many rules that are put on banks now.
Yeah,
that
right.
They can no longer be invited to their parties anymore.
Oh yeah. Oh
They'd say
yeah.
it's a conflict of interest now that
It's all legal beagle bullshit.
yeah, if they
Yeah.
invite you and you're the money person for that company, then you're bribing them. You know, if
That's
they-
how it was when I worked at Anheuser-Busch. Same thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
It was, a
like
fun, you know, there were like freight carriers that you knew they were just trying to buy it, and they had no, you know, they were not going to service it, and you just couldn't do business with them, you know. It was just amazing. But there were some really good carriers that you could do business with, and then it was cool, that once a year party scenario, and you felt good about it. It was all good because they were doing a good job.
yeah, it's interesting how things have changed though.
Yeah.
You know, all the corruption for like the people that work is outlawed.
Yeah.
But this is gonna dip into politics a little bit, but this goes for all the politicians.
Oh yeah.
But the corruption on the politicians became all legal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They outlawed the ones for the workers,
Yeah, right.
but for the politicians, all that shit became legal.
Oh.
All right, and that's the end of the politics.
Yeah, right. It's all of the same ilk, you know. It definitely is. That's the rub.
Well, I even noticed that when I worked with Illinois Tool Works, they do the all-out picnics and the unlimited beer drinking and this and that. And then towards the end of my days there, it came down to no alcohol at the picnic, none of this, none of that. You can't do that. So the one party we went out and I got a bunch of beer and we sat in my pickup truck across the street drinking beer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't do anything about that.
Yeah,
It
right.
got to the point where you couldn't even, you know, it wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah, right. They sucked it
Yeah.
up.
You couldn't have the softball game because somebody gets hurt, you know.
Yeah, all
you
that.
can't have this. You
Or,
can't
you
do
know,
the
you-
tug of war.
Everybody
Yeah.
gets a participation award.
Could you
Uh,
could you do the
second
wheelbarrow
third.
races though with the women?
Or the three-legged race when you got like 14 old styles in you.
More fun that way.
It's all about the hydration.
And you're dragging
Yeah.
your partner back. Ah.
I remember bringing a friend from college to Chicago with me because she'd never been to a big town. And we went to Bridgeport, and she's like, what are all those old style signs? Because she never heard of old style. And for us, it's like second nature. I said, a bar, a bar, a bar, a bar, a bar. That many on like 2 blocks, 2 big, huge blocks. I said, yep.
I did the Chicago to Florida trip for my Uncle Pat. And I always put 20 cases of old style in my back of my pickup and cover it with garbage bags.
Mhm.
Because you couldn't get old style in Florida back in the day.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's like you get Coors in Illinois for the longest time.
I had a buddy that drove
You
a
needed
truck.
Smokey and the Bandit to deliver it to you.
We had the bar in Fox Lake, and he would pull up. He'd do a run to Arizona and Colorado and back, and he'd always bring back a couple of cases of Coors for us. Yeah,
You grew up around or hung out at Fox Lake?
we had a bar up there.
Oh, Mike Jeftasek, my brother's friend, his parents had a place out in Fox Lake. But he would have been a couple years, probably too young for you, Dan. Tracy, what year did you graduate again?
83.
Yeah. So, yeah. Nope. They would have been a few years behind, but Fox Lake was fun.
Oh yeah, it was. The puppet bar
I
was
miss
the funnest.
Chicago sometimes.
But
a
you've been
lot.
to the puppet bar, right, Laura?
The what bar?
The puppet bar.
Uh-uh.
You never been there on Nippersink?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
That was
wow.
a fun place.
No kidding.
Yeah, the
Never
whole
been-
bar was puppets, and they had a thing on top.
Oh, gee whiz.
Yeah,
Cool. I've always heard about Nippersink. I've never been.
you got to go.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that would be
The winter time too with the sled races. That's real fun.
Huh. Yeah, that would be neat. I could see doing that. I like winter.
I do. People think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And I like snow. And
I like it on TV now. I can't do this shit no more. I
All during the winter, I was doing trail runs. We had this trail run group, and it was so fun. We were meeting at 10:30 a.m. on Tuesdays. And, we would go like a half hour out, a half hour back. And then we would spend the next hour in the parking lot, and no one bothered us. We would always crack open a cold one. And it was just like the coolest thing, like the middle of the day while it was daylight, and it wasn't as terrible as it would be like at night or early in the morning or whatever. That was really fun.
day drinking. Yeah.
I was just doing it, There were even a couple of times, quite honestly, I would have just one. It was one and done, no big deal. But then I'd still have a client like in the afternoon, like just had kind of had to sharpen up a little bit, just to keep things keep it real,
I used to
We
tell
would-
my boss when he'd come in for lunch, if he'd have to meet with people, I'm like, Mike, you need a breath mint, Nowadays, people be like, oh my God, he had a beer at lunch. It's just,
We had a shipping guy, Jerry, at Highcone that would go out on Fridays and do the liquid lunch. And I left a post-it on his phone the one day. It's like, as is, come see me, Jerry, Phil. And Phil was the president of the company.
Oh wow.
So he came back hammered. And I'm watching him from the forklift. And he looks at his phone and he went like this with his hands. And I said, oh. So he goes up to the office and he's poking around into the office. And the secretary goes, Jerry, can I help you? He's like, is Phil in? He's like, no, Phil's in Spain. And Jerry said he looked at the secretary and all he said was, that son of a bitch. He came out and I could hear him yelling my name all the way through the warehouse.
Oh boy.
I said, got you a little rattled there, huh, Jerry? He's like, oh, don't ever do that again. I said, yeah.
You're a buzzkill.
Oh man, I had some fun with them people.
Yeah. Nice.
11,
Yeah.
13. Oh, I'm gonna hang up, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna get ready to sign off because it's a new day.
Yeah,
Oh, is
right.
it midnight by you?
Yeah, it's 12. I'm an hour
Oh.
ahead.
Oh wow.
We can stay on another hour then.
You know what? Sure, no problem. But you
Glad
can
I
stay
came
on.
up a little bit.
Yeah, if I
Was there-
wasn't up since 6:30 this morning, I'd probably be like, okay, but
I think our record show was New Year's, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a long one. That was,
Was that
like
like
5 hours.
4.5?
Yeah,
5-hour
4.5, 5
marathon?
hours.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's already been 3 hours. So
Like,
Oh, yeah, it goes by
Yeah,
fast.
doesn't it?
Plus, yeah.
Yeah, it goes by really fast.
I mean, that's what's kind of nice about it is people can jump on and off as needed.
Right.
So it really started out me and Rick.
Yeah.
Then we
Yeah.
finally started getting people to join us on. But right, Rick, it was you and I at
Yeah.
first.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how did
that's
you?
why he gets that.
I think Tracy was the next one, wasn't he?
No, Mike.
I know.
Mike, it was Mike.
And then Gina.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been doing this?
Well, it's definitely be since New Year's.
Wasn't
Oh,
it
we were
after
doing
the
it-
reunion?
Yeah, we were doing it during the reunion.
Was it
During
before
it?
the reunion or after the reunion?
I think it was way before.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's been a while though.
Yeah.
I discovered it more or less in December of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, your first show was very memorable, Trace.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. Right. That was probably the most heavily edited
Yeah,
of all.
that was a 6-hour show that was edited down to like an hour and a half
Yeah, it got down to like 20 minutes.
because Tracy was so violent.
I was really violent.
Cloak and dagger, bloodshot eyes.
It was
Like,
it was,
Jesus.
And that was his good side.
Yeah.
Oh man, talk about acting jobs, man.
So you're
I
gonna
was
have
really-
to edit this and put the little black strip across the lady's forehead and follow the guy.
Well,
There you
I'm
go,
not
little play.
I'm not that I'm not that talented into doing the black stripes. What I'll end up doing is just doing the Dan's Garage in that area and moving it
Oh,
around.
that's a classic.
Yeah, Tracy, you missed it. Have you ever seen
Oh,
Cloudburst?
I'll be
Video
watching the
edit.
weekend. I'll be looking.
Yeah.
I'll be
Show him
watching.
the non-edited version.
Yeah, right. You'll
Just
have
go to 54. Hey, Tracy, just remember 54.
Ah,
And the movie is Cloudburst.
Yeah.
Cloudburst.
oh wow, not familiar.
I'll send you the link for the movie.
Oh, okay.
And then 54.
This is the homework assignment I don't mind getting.
So
And watch it, Brett, watch it with your wife. You both might laugh.
Oh, oh great.
She'll
All right,
enjoy
guys.
it.
all right, you guys ready to go?
Yep. Take care, guys. It's good
All
to
right.
see
Take
you.
care. Have a great weekend. Great week.
You
Stay
guys.
safe.
Great weekend.
Hello.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Oh, there's Rick's big cock.
Cock it.
All right, talk to you guys. Thanks for coming on,
All
everyone.
right.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
great weekend,
Bye.
everybody.
All right,
Bye.
fade to
Bye.
black.